old Spoonie.
Yeah.
Yep.
Who's Lenny and Squiggy?
You don't know yet.
Oh.
The game hasn't started yet.
We haven't heard the,
Yeah, the sound yet.
yeah.
Yep. Okay, Prath only has 2 fate points. I got to give you a third. I'm like giving you guys so much starting this game out. You have like 3 fate points, plus you have how many stunts each? 3 stunts each. Really should only have 1 fate point, but it's all good. You're gonna need them.
Yeah, I'm gonna need them if these old crones are trying to have sex with me.
And Pratt's like, I can talk him through it. I can talk him through it.
Oh, that's sweet. I can't wait.
That is the definition of rock in a hard place.
That's right. All right. Everyone on the table, everyone's in the chat. Recording is going. All right, let's get this show on the road. You ready?
Do it.
You ready?
Ready.
Yeah, that's a little bit of production. I just threw a reverb on there.
I like the good.
The good? Jacob cut out.
Oh, I said that was awesome. That was good.
Oh, okay.
Jacob, did I hear your pipe going?
No, I have a vape.
Oh, you're vaping?
He's vaping.
Yeah.
That's so bad for you.
I'm a vapor now.
Kids these days.
Nicotine or THC?
That's right.
No, it's actually neither. It's just flavor.
Yeah, so you're in Texas. That stuff's not legal yet.
Weird.
Dude, it tastes like candy.
Yeah, you know what else tastes like candy? Fucking candy.
Yeah, but that's like a lot of calories and
Yeah.
that much, so.
Yeah.
There you go. It's gonna ruin your lungs.
Before you rock the dad bod, you gotta have kids, dude.
I know, that's what I'm saying. Like, gotta do one or the other.
I think I'm living proof that you do not need kids to rock the
No, I didn't say need.
Secret taco.
Should. Should is a big difference.
That's funny.
Yeah, I've pretty much succumbed to the dad bod at this point because she's like, I don't have time for all that shit anymore. So it's like I'm looking in the mirror and it's like, when did I get a gut?
Voth with a gut. It's like you and me have switched places, Voth.
You lost yours?
I've dropped 73 pounds since last October.
Right.
Dude,
Yep.
Congratulations, man.
73 and still
Are you on
going.
a diet or something?
No, just eating healthy and working out, and my
He's
job keeps me moving.
transitioned-
That's right.
He's transitioned from dad bod to cancer bod.
That's right. He's on his last leg here. If I had cancer, I would be freaking dead from working at work all day long because it just keeps me moving. I'm just always going.
It's good to stay moving though. Like you
Oh,
got
it
good
is.
shoes, good
Yep.
inserts there.
Yeah, we have to wear the steel toe shoes and all that kind of stuff. It took a little while to get them broken in, but they're all good now.
Oh yeah.
Yep. Nope, it's dumping the desk job and up to something else where you're moving around all the time. So,
Those desk jobs will kill you, man.
oh, tell me about it. Last 30 years. Exactly. So, yeah, I'm getting back to my natural frame. So,
That's good.
there you go.
That's good, man.
Good. All right. How's everybody been? It's been a while.
Good.
They're good. Man.
Been a while since we got to play.
Yeah.
But now it's possible that every first Friday of the month I will have off.
Nice.
Unless that something that our supervisor just said, hey, I'm going to give you every Friday off, or give you the option to volunteer to work or to not work on the first Friday of every month. So like the next one would be June 1st, I guess. So we can rock with that, and you guys can just do whatever you guys do in between. If Jacob, you were talking about starting a game and stuff like that, that's all cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that'd be fun.
Yep.
Look for my notes. There they are.
It's been 84 years.
Yeah, I don't know how to do the Roll20 stuff, but like I was telling MJ earlier, I'm gonna have to get pro and just kind of get some options before I can even figure out what to do.
Pro. Okay, there's Pro is for one specific use that I can. And that's to be able to edit the character sheet. So if you don't need to edit the character sheets, you don't need Pro. And then the tier under Pro, the main reason you want that one is for the lighting. So if you're not going to be doing dungeon crawly stuff where we move tokens around to see LOS stuff, that it's unimportant. If you're doing
Mainly, I want
the mind, you
theater
don't
of mind. Yeah, I want that and pictures. Like just occasionally pull up a picture, like basically what y'all do. This is what I'm generally describing.
All right. Well, then I would. There's two recommendations. You could either stick with free and do everything you need, or you could. If you feel like you want to show your appreciation to the value they give you, then I'd probably go with the lower of the two.
Yeah,
because
there's base. Base is the free one, and you can still have unlimited players and unlimited games, but you only get 100 meg of photo storage on the account. Then you get access to the community sheets. You can't do custom sheets. You get no advanced features, no API. You just get public forum access. There's a whole sheet here. Shows
I'll
you kind of what it
probably
is.
end up just getting pro because one, down the line you never know. Maybe I want to do crazy stuff.
Yeah.
And two, I want to support a website that I like.
I have to warn you.
I think it's good.
I have to warn you, if you get Pro, MJ is going to flood you with code.
I will not.
I actually would appreciate that.
Yep. Well,
I don't understand this pick the chat works.
Yeah, it's a simple code. It's literally just a simple code that throws, you can throw a URL up and it'll post it in chat. And then like the power cards, when you do your dice rolls and stuff like this, it's Jonathan from our old game. He's the one that came up with that.
Yeah.
And it's just, all it is a modifier that you can plug into your API scripts to do it. But yeah, I never flooded you, Voth, with stuff. I just tried you to get it. And you're like, I like doing my games the way I do it, and you do games like the way you do, which made sense.
I very politely said, I'm too lazy for that.
That's right. you did, very politely. And it was said in a good way.
Yeah, like you didn't even shorten it. That's what it was.
Seriously. It's all good. I can read between the lines. All right. Should we get rolling?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Rolling.
Since he's the one that's about to have the crazy, going insane session, it's always his characters that go insane.
Yeah, can we get a recap? Because I don't remember Roland getting molested by hags.
He did.
Remember when he was saying, "Please don't cackle during the velvet twist," because she's like,
Oh, God.
That didn't happen. No. Okay. So last session, to recap, you guys started out. We kind of picked up in the alternate universe of Roland MJ. What is that? I don't see anything in it.
MJ, man.
That's right. When when you guys it didn't work. Did something not post?
"Bro, do you even code?"
Yeah. There it is. I see it now. Bro, do you even code? Absolutely. All right. It just took forever for that picture to punch up.
It did take a real long time.
Yeah, it did. Yeah. We started in the alternate universe of Rise of the Dragons, and so we had Grandis and Paul in there with Prath, Roland, and Spoonie, all from the original group. You guys started out because you made your trip to. I guess we could pull up the interior veil here real quick.
I think the real question is Spoonie here because
Spoonie
MJ
is
really
there.
loves him, or is Spoonie here because he's a fucking dragon?
You don't know.
I mean, he's a dragon.
little like dragonettes that are like cats.
Fairy dragons and shit?
Yeah.
Or pseudo dragons, I think is the term.
Yeah.
That is Spoonie.
But you remember who Spoonie was, right? He's the son. Yeah, he's the son of the
Padraig?
Yeah, the Lord of Winterhaven.
He got his ass kicked by the city guard that one time.
Yeah, it got when you guys had the zombie attack. Him and who was it? Commander Welchmore.
Yeah,
Welchmore. Such a great name. Got into it, and he got himself beat down, thrown into jail, and then you guys had to just pay off Aurora and her brother Kershaw, who had the construct meh that broke into there and got him freed before you guys headed to the mine to take care of the kobolds that were poisoning the town's water supply.
Yeah.
We still have that kobold in a bag.
Yep.
Every time MJ tells us about the kobolds, I think of the Blue Man Group.
Yep. And then you have to... Okay, so the whole story is Spoonie. Spoonie's a dragon. We could go with that.
It's just him waving like, hi.
Yeah. All right, so the whole gist of this story that's going on right now, you got to remember you also have the sphere that is possibly affecting Roland too, because he did try to touch it with his mind telepathically. And
even when I try not to go crazy in games, something just makes me go crazy in games.
Yep.
You just faded, man.
The last time you guys saw the sphere was in Winterhaven at Berwyn's Grand Shop. He's the one that has the magical shop in Winterhaven. Berwyn Willardson. And he is he's the one that has the basically the sphere in the city on display, and you guys are out trying to find the hammer Vera, as Voth put it, the hammer Vera, to destroy, which is the only magical hammer that can destroy the sphere. And you guys know that the sphere can conjure undead for miles and miles around, and we're talking anything that had been living that is now dead can be conjured by this thing. The real Spoonie love.
Anything that is living that is now dead?
Yep.
So necromancy.
Big time necromancy. So you guys made your way up to this where is it? Let's show it here. You guys here.
My crossing paths again is burn the undead when I come across them.
Yep. You guys are at above Lake Need, up in the Winterbold Forest, off to the east, and you're basically you came to the entrance to the Hag's Lair or whatever. That's where you encountered the trolls in the tree out there. And Voth pretty much smashed the snot out of the tree quickly. That was just a neutral tree.
Yeah, you gotta be sure.
Yep. And so then last session when we took over with Fate,
I ain't no tree hugger.
Yeah, you guys had Paul with you too, who was a plane traveler and is Magnus's apprentice. and you guys headed down the tunnel and dealt with some bats and found out that the vines were all methane. They're all filled with methane, so there's problems with fire.
Yeah, I found that out the hard way.
You found that out the hard way. As you actually have, Roland has what, bruised ribs, is it? You have battered ribs right now as a mild consequence. And so then you came into the cave where there was some sort of ritual going on that these hags were performing to youthify themselves so that they could impregnate themselves to devour their own children. And you guys were trying to work some sort of a deal with them to get the information that they know about the location of the hammer Vera. And we're running into some problems, and then Prath turned into Prath, and as Grandis threw a lightning bolt to distract Shirley, the short hag, Prath leaped into action and smashed her head to pieces.
Yeah.
And then his hammer from the blow...
Flail,
his flail from the blow became very unstable and starting to vibrate and crack as divine light seems to be about to emanate through it. And that's where we left off. Unless you guys remember any other details, but that's as much as I remember.
So one hag is dead. What's the
Yep.
other one doing?
So you see on the aspects up there, you're in the underground hag cavern. Laverne is the tall hag. Shirley is the now smashed head short hag. There's methane foliage vines. Methane foliage vines all around. Aileron is grappled by these vines. These vines seem to be alive, hence Lenny and Squiggy. And Spoony is grappled up by the vines that have grabbed him. And Roland had teleported a knife up to Spoony into his hand.
Oh, that's right. I forgot about that.
Yep. And so that's where you guys are at. Prath just smashed Shirley in the head. She is no longer there. And
didn't that create a thing? A bonus?
You did. Hag splatter. Splattered her.
I also feel like me or Roland or maybe
Other guy?
coworker. Yeah, I can't remember his name.
Patrick.
Patrick.
Paul. His name was Paul.
Oh, Paul and Gabe.
I was close.
Yeah. His name was Patrick, but his character was Paul.
Ah, gotcha.
Yep.
He's right.
That's not confusing.
Now go ahead
I'm
and...
pretty sure somebody cast a fire spell on these methane vines.
that was when you guys were walking down the hall.
Oh, okay.
Roland cast Ignite, which, as the bats were coming, he cast them sort of in the bats area, and then noticed that as the Ignite was heating up, it caught the flames on fire.
Yes.
Paul was, crouched down to the ground. Prath got down to the ground, telling people not to not to ever share that he crouched down. And Roland and
What the hell, dude?
Grandis.
You're not supposed to talk about that.
That's right. Roland and Grandis are the ones that took the shock. Grandis was able to fight it off. Roland didn't and got thrown back
I'm no
20
robot,
feet.
so.
Yep. But that was back in the hall. That was a few minutes ago.
Has I know I teleported a dagger to Spoony. Has he cut himself free yet?
No.
Okay.
And you remember you guys found his halberd on the ground, and just somebody picked it up. I can't remember who picked it up. I think it was Roland.
Yeah, I think that'll work for what I want to do.
Yeah. So now that's where we're at. Prath, you're feeling that your flail is about to explode, because remember, it was damaged. And Paul had been the one that worked on it, placing the magical runes in it with Magnus when they made it for you. But it is unstable right now.
Could you shoot me, Matt, that spell list again?
Oh, the Paladin spell?
Yeah.
Don't think of those yet. I'm about to make things a little more complicated for you as where that's going to come into play.
My wizard spells are fine though, right? Because I just opened that.
Yes. Well, yeah, you were a wizard. Matt was a sorcerer, and Paul was also a wizard. And then we were talking about Voth. We were going to go with the Paladin spells, but I've not yet. So, what's going to happen in this whole scene as this is all happening very, very quickly? You'll notice that the hags, and Laverne's all in shock now because Shirley, yeah, she's splattered all over the place, and she's done. So she's kind of screaming, getting ready to cast and fight against you guys. The vines up in the ceiling are now thrusting themselves down towards you. At the same time, you're seeing a concerned look across Paul's face as he's looking at your flail, Prath, knowing that it's about to explode, and he's trying to think what he's doing, but then he seems to be in some sort of motion of casting, and then the cauldron that the hags were at bursts open, and there's like a portal that gets burst out of there, and you feel a surge of heat come rushing into the room as you see this come bursting up out of the cauldron.
Bursty.
Shit.
For the love of God.
I slam my staff down. And
Okay, hold on. This is the situation. At the same time, this thing comes out, and you notice that it roars in Paul's direction and catches sight of him and starts.
Quickly, throw your flail into its mouth.
Are you kidding me?
It's like Jaws. Do it.
But this is my flail.
This is my
I look at
Let's fight a Balrog then.
I look at the hag and yell, "I'd rather sleep with that thing than you."
Does it burn when you urinate?
His last in
Your dick
robot.
might be on fire.
Yeah. As you guys are bantering back and forth, Paul opens. You can see the fright come across Paul's face because he does have an aspect called crossed an extraplanar being. Well, guess what this is? This is the extraplanar being. Paul begins casting and opens up a portal. He turns to Prath and says, "Prath, throw me your hammer."
And then he
It's my
says,
flail.
Sorry, throw me your flail.
I don't know, my brother.
You shall not pass. AK-47. All right, that's the situation. You have vines thrusting themselves down at you, methane vines, plus we better put down an aspect of planar demon.
That's so bad, Matt.
I love just typing in what I'm looking for in a Google search image and then see the weird ass things that I'm not looking for pop up.
That's how me and Joe found everything we've posted in the past.
Yeah. Oh my god. It cracks me up.
All right, what do you guys do?
Whose turn is it?
Well,
the
here
guy just
I also have another way
asked
we're
you for
going
his
to.
flame.
Yeah, I have another way we're going to handle initiative in this game too. You guys get to decide who goes first and who goes next, including the monsters,
So, popcorn initiative?
basically. Is that how popcorn goes?
The way popcorn initiative goes is basically whoever goes first goes first. I don't remember how you just determine.
Well,
it.
you just decide. You guys just decide.
And then the person who goes first decides who goes next, and then that person decides who goes next, and
Yes.
that person decides who goes next.
Yes.
And then the person who goes last goes first on the next one, and then they get to decide who goes after them, and so on and so forth. So it's just
Okay. Yeah, we won't add that last rule in there. I want you guys to decide the initiative and choose. As in, okay, so say Voth, you guys decide Prath is going to go first. So Prath goes, then Voth, you decide who goes next. And you might say, well, I really want Laverne to go next to see what she does because of this situation or something like that. Or how the situation is going to evolve. More not in a turn sense, but more in a situational sense as the initiative turns happen.
Well, I think as Paul has just asked me for my hammer, which I corrected him about.
Right. Yes, for your flail.
Like...
You can tell. Let me give you a little more information. You can tell he wants you to throw the unstable flail that's about to explode to him so he can take it into another plane. And it sort of looks like he's going over to sacrifice himself or something. And remember, he has an aspect of repairing the damaged flail.
I just look at him like, but this is my flail.
Quick!
But...
And it begins to become even more unstable as the light starts shooting through it and the cracks start coming out.
I don't really have anybody here who I would trust to look to for guidance. I'm going to say Geiger can go next.
Okay, that's all you're going to do?
Oh yeah, I don't want to give it up. I'm like, no way. I mean, I see that it's growing unstable.
Okay.
But it's like the idea of giving up my flail would be in Prath's mind like giving up his dick.
Right.
He's not ready for that.
Okay. We're going to need to have you make a roll. Your flail is now throwing out some major divine powers, uncontrollable powers.
Okay.
And so you're gonna and it's going to affect you. You're going to need to make a overcome against these powers of obstacle 4.
What am I overcoming with?
You choose. These powers are emanating out of this flail, and you can feel as it's starting to vibrate and shake that it's about to explode. And you're just like holding on to it, trying to hold it and not release it off to Paul, who's trying to get it to you.
Okay, this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to roll athletics and sort of run in a circle around the room and like dodging around as I hold my flail behind me, screaming, "Oh, Lord! Oh, Lord!"
Okay, that's going to make it obstacle 6 then.
Alright, what kind of damage do I deal to everybody that I run around?
You're gonna let the energy. You're gonna run around everybody.
So I am running around the room, not really thinking wisely per se, or just like I'm overwhelmed in the moment by my own selfishness.
Okay.
So,
all right. Then everybody is going to need to make a physique check against that obstacle 4, as Prath is now running around the room, affecting you all with this magical energy that is about to burst, and
including the witch.
Including the witch.
Yes. What am I rolling for?
And the demon.
I mean, what am I rolling?
Physique.
Oh,
physique. I'm a robot.
I have no physique.
It can damage you.
I am fucking everybody up.
Yeah, you'll notice on your character.
I apologize. Character, fuck you guys.
Yeah. You'll notice that I put some dice on the skill ladder there too, next to just the skill name. You can just use that for like rolling your mediocres or whatever. If you want to type in a name under mediocre, you can just type it in there if it's going to be something you're going to use a lot. But otherwise, you can just roll the big dice next to the +0. And the same thing works for the +1s and the other ones too.
Big dice.
Yeah, the big dice. Not under the names or the boxes.
So am I rolling physique as well, or just them?
Well, you ran around, so yeah. And it's closer to you, Voth, so your physique's going to be against an obstacle 6.
Yeah, but I kind of imagine it like running with a Roman candle pointing behind me.
That's okay. It's still an obstacle 6.
Funny enough, Joseph
Your physique
has experience with this.
because you failed. You failed the first overcome with it. So, all right. What do you guys want to do? Do you want to throw out some fate points, or because right now, as it stands, the obstacle 4 is going against 1 shift of damage to Roland from these divine energies that are flailing out, which will take up your stress box 1, or you can take it to a moderate consequence. And then Grandis, you are at a 3 shift damage from this flail, which would take either your +1 checkbox and a mild consequence at this point. And then Prath, you are at 5 shifts of damage from this flail since you're so close to it. What's happening? And what do you guys want to do?
I'd like to use a fate point to try to control the magical energy coming out of there. But not to control it to do less damage to me. The 1 shift to me is not too bad. It kind of dents it in when Prath runs past where I am to kind of connect our area so it doesn't spread out to Grandis and Paul.
Okay. All right. So let's put it this way, because we're doing it in a Prath choosing order. As Prath is running around, Roland, he can see the expression kind of come across his face that that's something he wants to do as he takes the damage. So, Roland, go ahead and check off your checkbox, your 1 checkbox. So you are physically you are physically maxed. That means anything else that's going to happen in this situation is going to go to consequences.
Yeah.
Okay. This is just because of a divine flail, unstable divine flail that is about to explode.
A minute.
Okay. And so we're just resolving the damage right now, but you can kind of say what you're thinking your ideas would be to do something. So Grandis, what is yours?
Well, 2 questions. One, what? I have a lore casting of 4 or whatever, +4.
Uh-huh.
What spell level can I cast again?
4.
4, and then
Your highest one you can cast up is a level 4. But right now we're dealing with the damage that Prath is inflicting upon you. Did you want to spend a fate point to deal with that, and or add some flavor?
If I use a fate point, could I cast a spell?
Not right now. We're just dealing with the damage, but you can, just like Roland said, or Matt said, we can say what you're thinking about doing that will give Prath sort of an idea of what is coming up next when he chooses who reacts next.
I would like to react when the damage is done and when it's my turn with casting Suggestion on Prath.
Okay.
So he'll throw his goddamn flail at the fucking Balrog.
Okay. So Voth, Prath is seeing this. He's seeing that Grandis is beginning to cast as he takes the shock as you run by. Okay, so mark off your 3 shifts of damage, Grandis, which is going to have to go to a mild consequence.
Do I already have it? Are those 2 checks on physique?
That's because your physique is at +0, so you just have automatically your 3 and 4 is void. You don't have a 3 and 4.
Okay. So, all right, I get you.
Yeah.
So I check off 1?
You have to check off 1 stress box, and then what happens to you in your mild consequence as this flail is emanating this divine magic of destroying. And it's, as a mild consequence, there are going to be things like black-eyed, bruised hands, winded, flustered, cranky, temporarily blinded, things like that. It's not going to be, I blow my hand off or something like that. That's more like a severe.
I'm glitchy now. Like his like electrical divine energy is like messing with my robot systems.
I imagine like it triggers. What do you call that shit? Tourette's like ticks. Like your head.
Tremors.
Yeah, okay, I don't mean the cussing per se. I mean like where you like wink one eye and like turn your head outside arbitrarily.
I would prefer.
And now kind of make like an R2D2 sound when I'm talking. I'm like, we need to go to the thing.
Periodically, you are forced to say beep boop.
Beep boop. Okay, so let's just call it your mild consequence glitching, right?
Glitchy? Okay, glitchy.
Beep boop like trimmer. That's so much better though.
Parentheses, beep boop trimmer.
You are now glitching, which is going to be great for casting your spell. All right. And Paul, you see, begins to cast a spell likewise too. And his spell, Voth, as you're going past him, I guess I should roll his physique too, huh? Let's see how well he goes. So he's going to take 5.
If I kill him, do I get experience for it?
Yeah. So he's going to get his 3 box checked off, and he's going to get a mild consequence. What are we going to call that?
Well, I have named my mild consequence Divine Sunburn.
Okay, Divine Burn.
Yeah.
Okay. That's good. And he's more focused upon Voth at the moment. All right. Who goes next, Voth? That's the layout that you're seeing as you're running around the room, and this demon is focused upon Paul, and you notice that Paul is casting. He's opened up a portal.
I decided to eat the 5 shifts of damage. I took 3 physical and a mild.
Ooh.
And I'm going to say Grandis goes next because I want to see how this compulsion. That sounds like a blast, honestly.
Yep.
Out of character blast. In character, I'm going to be livid.
Yep. So Grandis.
That is great.
Yeah, you said you're going to do what with the spell? You're casting
I'm going to cast a level 2 spell, enchantment on
Voth.
Wrath. Yeah, because I want him to throw his flail that's about to explode into the Balrog's mouth that's screaming at us.
Okay. And
what do I roll for that?
This is you're casting the spell, right?
Yeah.
And you're glitching. So we're going to have to take this 2 different ways. We're going to have to see if you're going to be able to get the spell off first. Okay, you're casting a level 2 spell, and you have a mild consequence on you saying glitching. So it's going to be an overcome obstacle 4 to first of all get your spell off.
That wouldn't be a 3? It's an obtuse spell with 1 mild consequence on it?
Yeah. Well, I'm considering the situation plus the glitching plus the spell I guess it would, let's go 3 because it would be,
It could be that also plus I'm doing it to another player character, so
but you're doing it to a player character that is not willing to get rid of his divine flail.
I'm going to drop a crux on that for a +1.
A crux?
Or
well, you can do the fate point afterwards too.
Roll, and the fate points affect your roll.
Yes.
Okay, so
you don't have to
roll basic then and then add it after if I want to.
Exactly.
If you need to.
Okay.
Yeah.
If I need to.
What?
Ooh! That is a -3.
That's not even
possible.
possible.
Reroll, right?
Yeah, you can cast a fate point out to reroll that.
Wait, yeah, how is that even
-1 plus
possible?
-1
That-
plus -1?
That's a
He
-3.
What's the 4 at the end of it? Oh, you put a
He
+4.
he's +4 from his lore skill. He rolled lore. Yeah.
What?
But wouldn't the -3 end up being a -1 then?
No, it would be A1. It would just be 1.
Yeah.
One.
Oh, what the heck? -3,
something's wrong,
-3,
man.
-3.
Okay, The way this works, Jacob. First off, don't put a modifier. It already figures your modifier in.
I didn't. I just left it blank.
Yeah, it shouldn't have done anything. That's weird.
Yeah, that should
try rolling it from the.
Yeah, so you rolled a -3 too, Voth, but yours did it right.
Huh. Yeah.
Huh.
Weird.
That is weird. What in the actual hell? Are you sure you didn't accidentally put a plus? Because I see an extra plus in yours.
Yeah, there may have been. You may have hit plus.
I hit 1, and then when y'all said I could do it after, I just backspace and left it blank. Should I put a 0
that's probably why. Yeah, just leave it blank when you do it. Just leave it blank. Don't put anything in there at all.
So I rolled a 1 then on that. We're just calling that a 1.
Yeah, so you rolled a 1
technically.
Okay, so what do you want to do? Do you want to re-roll, and you have to justify it with an aspect too?
A reroll would be the best use of the point because a -3, even though I rolled one right after you, is a very low probability.
Oh god, I'm also an absent-minded scholar, and I'm glitchy.
Exactly.
An aspect. I'd rather survive than win. So.
Okay. Yeah.
Use that aspect to invoke a reroll.
Perfect. Toss your fate point out there.
Okay. Also, I clicked the big button next to it to roll to see if that roll worked, and it was that 4. Do I use that, or do you want me to re-roll?
Wait. Yeah, just re-roll lower again.
Okay.
Oh, there you go.
Wow.
God, that's so much better than that.
So that is a success. All right, what happens?
Prath, don't listen to yourself. Listen to me. Throw your flail into its mouth.
Okay. So it's the suggestion.
I get a will check against this?
Exactly. You're going to get your will save against his obstacle, his shifts of, what is it, 2. So he's casting on you, and he's going to succeed in the conflict against you. His 2 shifts of casting it get the spell off, or is it more? Is it more? He's getting the 5 against your 1. I don't know.
It could be. I get a plus.
Well, I mean, you could argue that.
Because the overcome what he rolled with the 5 was just to get the spell off with all his glitchiness and everything going on.
Right. This is the problem with coming up with a spell system on the fly.
That's true. Well, let's say this. Let's say this. It is a level 2 spell, so you're rolling against an obstacle 2. So you got a 1. There's 1 shift difference where the spell is affecting you. How's that?
I like that.
That's not bad, but then there's the idea of what if he wants to... I guess he could...
He could fate point it just like you.
I have a lore of 4, and I'm casting a level 2 spell. So am I casting it at a higher level, or?
Yeah, I think he'd be casting it at like a level 4.
Okay, well, yeah. So you choose.
Regardless, I fail.
Yeah.
I fail, and
his suggestion.
You said throw it into the thing's mouth and don't listen to myself. Yeah, and my eyes kind of.
Wait.
Running.
Okay, hold on. Let's read the definition of suggestion. You suggest a course of action limited to a sentence or 2, and a magical influence a creature you can see within range that can hear you. Creatures that can't be charmed are immune to this effect. The suggestion.
Are tieflings immune to that?
I don't know. The suggestion must be worded in such. Okay, well, that's good. Ask the creature to stab itself right. So basically, it's just. The suggestion goes off, and you do what he suggests. Throw your hammer at...
And it's concentrated for up to 8 hours, and I said, don't listen to yourself and do what I say. So for 8 hours, you have to do that.
Right.
Well, when you tell me to throw my hammer, I turn to you and say, it's not a hammer.
Oh my God.
It's not a hammer.
Oh my God.
No, I will take it and throw it. So,
Okay.
God, it's making it physically sick to not do what you want.
Yep.
Yeah, I ran back to the thing in my hand. You see me struggle and like try not to throw it, and I look at him and I'm like, you can see me fighting against my physical body wanting to throw it. I'm like, fuck! Just throw it through there, and then I drop to my knees and just like put my hands in the air, and I'm like, why?
I should throw out a fate point because you do have an aspect on your hammer that says it's your best friend.
I know. That's why I'm so sad to let it go.
Okay. And I'll let you guys play it out.
God, you're never gonna love
Geiger is a dick fan.
Beep boop beep boop.
Fuck you.
All right. All right.
All right. Unless you're gonna make me roll, I chunk it through.
Yep. You throw the hammer and it starts sailing over at the Belrog. Jacob, who goes next?
I would like Roland to go, but I also don't want him to contain the spell anymore. I want it to kill that Balrog. I'm gonna let Paul go.
Okay. Paul unleashes a spell. Let's see.
Actually, can I change that?
Oh, yeah, no! You already said it.
Okay, that's fine. I'm just gonna choose Laverne instead, but that's fine.
Oh, you want to choose Laverne? Okay.
I'll let you choose between those two, Laverne or Paul.
No, you have to choose.
Okay, Paul, because I said it first.
Okay, Paul. He lets off his spell, and you see a phantasmal. What is it called? Faithful. Yes, a phantom watchdog appears and jumps up in the air, snags the hammer, and turns around. And as Paul jumps through his planar portal, and the dog is following through with the hammer. And then I think I'll choose, since Paul went next, I'm kind of controlling Paul. I'm going to choose Laverne next.
As Geiger sees that happen, he kind of throws his hands up and it glitches like a Tourette's twitch neck thing, like, what the fuck?
So the hound has the hammer. So we're going to put the unstable hammer over with Paul right now because Voth no longer has it. Voth, what happens when you see this, when it goes off? When this all happens?
Well,
and
you're
suggested too.
What I see is the insides of my palms as I sit there and cover my face, going, "Why?
Why?"
Oh, no, he broke fast. God damn it. Also, I would have ended the spell immediately after he threw it.
The suggestion?
Yeah.
You're
right. Well, I'm still recovering. Let's put it that way.
Yep.
I know. I'm just saying you're not suggested anymore.
Yep. Laverne's going to go next, and you can see there is fear that comes across her face as she's looking over at this Belrog that is just planar traveled into their little, brew, and you can see sheer terror come across her face. And you guys knowing how powerful these hags are because of the stealing of the spells and all that stuff, that what the fudge? That she's completely frightened by this Belrog. It is crazy. And you see her start moving away. So basically your information about the Hammer of Vera starts moving away towards a clump of vines that you see all of a sudden spread open. And then there is a secret door. So you see Laverne is trying to escape. Roland, you're next.
Does Geiger see the secret door?
Uh-huh. You guys see it. if you will, I guess Geiger would be focused on. Yeah, no, you guys will know. It's kind of player knowledge, or Roland sees it, or I don't know who was focused on Laverne.
Well, I'm obsessed with Discovery and will do anything to obtain it, so I'm really obsessed with that door right now.
Yeah, but you are glitching also, though.
Then I have nothing. I want nothing to do with Discovery. I don't want anything else anymore.
Roland.
I see the hag trying to kind of moving away, but I also know that with their spell stealing and everything, that this Balrog was probably conjured by her, and if I kill her, hopefully it will disappear. So I'm gonna cast a telekinesis spell and use Spoonie's halberd to shoot at the hag and try to impale her with that.
Nice.
Halberd cannon.
Halberd cannon. So you basically.
That sounds awesome, actually.
Yeah, it does. The halberd's just gonna like levitate there for a second, and then all of a sudden flies over towards her. So you're gonna like try to impale her up against the wall or something, or just
Not
exactly.
like that.
Yeah.
how?
Twist what she wanted into impaling her with something else.
You want it rough against the wall? Well, here you go.
Only Voth. Only
God.
Voth.
My fucking brain is so rattled with horrible images.
He's like, my hip.
My hip. Okay. The only problem is telekinesis is a 5th level spell. So you're trying to do something that's a little bit above you.
Yeah. I am going to steal Voth's hag splatter, though.
Okay. Voth, you willing to let that go?
I'm crying.
I think he's distracted by other things.
My flail. No, my hammer. Okay. So you want to borrow his hag splatter to... Well, do you need to borrow it now, or...
Well, I guess if I can use it afterwards.
Okay. So... Okay, first of all, you're going to try to conjure a 5th level spell. Let's do your will against overcome obstacle 5 to make that happen. To conjure that spell that's higher and above your thing. Okay, so one shift of difference, which would be failure. Fail, you fail.
So out of curiosity, did I get a fate point for throwing my flail away, even though I really, 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 really didn't want to?
Actually, well, you were under the effects of a suggestion. So, Prath, if you would like to take a moderate consequence, because this is your best friend, your flail.
I already ate 5 points of strength.
Well, did you check off? Oh, yeah, you had a 3 box, didn't you? Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, but that was from your... that was physique oriented, not will oriented. So you're kind of talking about something now. Yeah. So if you would, I'll say this. How about this? If you want to check off a 3 stress box for will, I'll give you a fate point.
Oh, for will, a 3, like a mental stress box?
Uh-huh, a mental stress box.
Oh, yeah, I'll do that.
Okay.
Because I'm already mental.
Whoops. I dropped a coin. Let's put it on Prath. Okay. So you're basically taking mental stress from this whole thing. Some pretty intense mental stress. Okay, I like that. All right. Roland. So how do you want to handle that overcome of getting that higher level spell off? Or would you like to just fail, or would you like to succeed at a serious cost?
I would like to try to overcome.
Okay, justify through an aspect.
I will use my crossing paths, which is protecting my friends, family, and Winterhaven at all costs.
Okay.
So I see this giant fucking Balrog come up and is about to kill Me and my friends.
Okay. Or you could justify it saying that you know that she's trying to get away and you don't want her to go because the sphere of death, and you need the information about the hammer too.
Yeah. My initial thought is that she kind of conjured this, and if I kill her, it'll go away.
Oh, okay. So,
which probably isn't accurate, but that's what Roland would be thinking at this point.
Yep.
Because he's still new to his powers and everything.
Yep. So in your focus, you're able to maintain this higher level spell and get it off. It goes off, and you get what you want. The javelin goes towards Laverne. She's not looking at it. It is going to impale her. I'm just going to say, with the spell going off, you get what you want. In the heat of the moment, give me an overcome obstacle 1 with your shoot to see how well you aimed it with your telekinesis spell.
If I don't have shoot,
you could use fight.
Okay, fight.
Yeah. Or wait a second. No, it's a. I mean, that works too. Because Voth, wouldn't it be he's using the spell to do it, so he's using the spell to do it, so it could be his will.
Yeah, that'd be my...
I'd roll the will. Roll the will instead, too. And see if we... There you go. Now we'll get you a boost.
Up against the wall.
Yeah. Why I was wanting to do that is I wanted to give you a boost out there.
Impale her into the Balrog.
Or, yeah.
I mean, I am controlling the halberd. I could spear her, turn it, and shoot it at the...
Do it. Make another roll.
Well, are you impaling her to stick her against the wall from escaping, or just hitting her with
The goal was to do maximum damage, so just as fast as I can, straight towards her.
Okay, so do you want to consume Hag Splatterer to up that damage?
God damn it. She's the information source.
This is coming from the guy who just splattered the head of the other one.
In character.
That one wasn't the information.
I know.
But
you try to be our fearless leader, so when I follow you, this is what you get.
Apparently our fearless leader was his flail, though.
That's true. Okay, Roland, what do you want to do? You have 4 shifts of damage there.
Yeah, I'm pretty comfortable with that 4 shifts. I don't think I need to...
Okay, what that will do to her is that will give her a mild consequence. Mild.
Pinned to the wall so she can't get away? Can that be the consequence?
Okay, so you do want the halberd to impale her and then pin her or stick her against the wall.
If she's our info, I mean, we'll keep her here.
Sure. We can do that. So she's going to take a 2 physical stress, and then she's going to be what do you want to call that consequence, since you inflicted it? It's a mild consequence, though. So remember, it's held or something like that, or impaled, or
held works.
Stuck.
I like impaled.
Impaled.
It's got to be something funny that has to do with the hag warning you, and you're like, don't touch me, hag.
Halbert. Impaled by Halbert.
Oh, Halbert, no.
Halbert.
Halbert.
That's what it is.
Talk to the Halbert. Oh, okay, that's perfect. I'm going to put that one on there. Talk to the Halbert.
That's hilarious.
That's what he says as the Halbert floats up in front of his hand, and he squints his eyes. Halbert.
Donk.
Oh, that's funny. Talk to the Halberd. Okay. All right, Roland, who goes next? Remember, you still have Lenny and Squeaky and the Balrog. They have not gone yet.
Well, I don't want the Balrog to go. Lenny.
Okay. We'll just combine Lenny and Squeaky together.
Squeaky.
Oh, wait, no. We got Spoonie, too. We got Spoonie.
Oh, Spoony, definitely Spoony.
Yeah. Okay. Spoony, he's gonna slash his way out of the vine that's holding him, and do I dare look?
Holy shit!
Now I have to look.
That guy is such a good
Only
actor.
Arnold Schwarzenegger's best thing.
The king
Oh.
of terrible one-liners.
That's funny.
I think
I had to.
a glitching
Let off
Geiger
some
could
steam.
deliver that line better.
That's true. Let off some beep, bop, 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 steam.
Sometimes he just
sound
talks
just
in
like
an
him.
Arnold accent.
That's my glitch. I talk like Arnold now.
Yeah.
Okay, Spoony is going to cut himself free, so he is no longer grappled by the vines, but he is going to be covered in methane from the vines. As he cuts it off,
Oh, God.
it'll pour down on him.
Liquid
And
methane,
yeah, he
also
falls.
known as poop.
Yeah,
Yeah, he just smells like ass.
and he's going to fall to the ground, and he's going to be kind of, stunned and proned for a second as he falls down to the ground. He's like, oh, and then he hits the ground.
Oh man.
Okay, I should.
I like how none of us even tried to cut him free.
I gave him a dagger.
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
he got free because of Roland. Okay,
All right,
let's do
whose
this.
turn is it now? Or
It's now going to be the Vine's turn. Lenny and Squeaky are going to thrash out at everybody. All these multiple vines come down. Yep. Everybody needs to make an overcome.
Good work.
Where is it? Oh, hold on. You need to make a roll first. Ooh, overcome obstacle 5 from the vines that are thrusting out towards you, trying to grapple you.
What are we rolling?
All of us?
Yep. Basically, Lenny and Squeaky are a hazard, and they are
Can they
magical
grab more than
methane
one?
vine creatures.
The physique?
Well, it depends on you have vines coming down at you. How do you want to deal with them?
I want to dodge them because I have a stunt, precognitive dodge, where I can use my lore in place of athletics when dodging it.
Perfect. That sounds like a great idea.
I mean, how Roland would try to dodge them is to just, if I see burnable things trying to grab me, I would burn them, but I mean, that's,
So, what would you like to do?
That sounds like that makes plenty of sense to
That makes
me.
great sense.
oh god.
He knows that the vine.
He's not-
Remember, he can
There's
feel
a
his
giant
battered rib.
All right.
That's the thing. There's a giant thing on fire in the room, and that hasn't exploded yet.
Oh, I didn't even think about that.
So if the giant fire monster hasn't exploded, I'm thinking
It's
fire
not
is
his turn.
great.
It's not his turn yet.
Well, I don't. I
Oh,
think.
man, take the wind out of his sails. Look
Yeah.
what they're doing.
All right. I mean, my crossing paths, or what is it? My trouble is fire goes boom.
There you go.
That
Oh
was-
god.
So what are you gonna do? Okay, first of all, let's deal with the first one was grandeur. You failed, so is that one shift? So that's either fail or succeed at a serious cost. What would you like to do, or do you want to
What
bump
was my
it?
serious cost?
No, I don't know yet. It'll just be a serious cost.
Wow, I'm
Wait.
just dodging vines. I mean,
Well, what you can tell what these vines are trying to do is grapple you. So your serious cost would be if you just fail, you're going to be grappled.
yeah,
I'll put out an aspect
but Roland's gonna pull
grappled.
me up.
Exactly. You'll be grappled, and then Roland will do what he's going to do. Serious costs could be something different. You'll be, you could be grappled or knocked
It's
down.
okay.
Or...
You can just say you want Magnus back.
No, I like the beep bop boop guy better.
I'll succeed at a serious cost. Fuck it. Let's see what happens.
Oh, you're going to do it?
Yeah, let's do it.
Okay. So you succeed at not being grappled, but then a vine will come up and slam you from behind, doing one shift of damage to you.
So my serious consequence is that I get raped by a vine.
No, you're just going to have to check.
One shift of damage is hardly rape.
Yeah.
I just meant it comes up behind me, like the way it sounded.
You're going to have to
Slam
check
me from
off
behind.
your 2 stress box, your 2 physical stress box.
Okay, physical? All right.
Yep.
Oh, all my boxes are checked now.
Exactly. That
Am I
means,
knocked out?
no, it means that you will start taking consequences on any other damage.
Okay. So I'm glitchy as fuck now. I'm gonna put in glitchy AF. Alright. I'm ready.
Okay. Roland, you wanted to go next?
Sure.
Dealing. We're still on Lady and Squeaky's turn, but we're kind of resolving what is happening. The image not come up.
Oh, good God.
Oh God.
That is what Grandis looked like in his human body. So.
Oh,
There we
come
go.
on.
I love that the GIF actually works. It really
Yeah.
just draws your eye over there.
Right?
Okay. Roland, what are you going to do? You say you're going to do what? So that way Jacob Grandis is not grappled, so that's a good thing. Actually, let's resolve Voth and Patrick first before. Well, no, Patrick's gone through the portal. His dog's going through.
Does his dog have to roll? Because it could get
Well,
grabbed?
I think it's phantasmal, so I don't think it can get grabbed.
It can grab, not be grabbed.
Right.
That's how Phantasmal works.
Exactly. It remains to dismiss. The hound is invisible to all creatures except you and can't be harmed. Oh, cool. So you guys didn't even see it. All of a sudden you just see Prath's hammer stop like it got caught by something in the air, falls back to the ground and just goes bouncing off towards the portal of Paul. The hound is
guys
invisible
think
to
it's
all creatures
me
except
throwing more
you.
weapons around.
Yeah. Okay, so let's do Prath first before we do Roland. So go ahead and roll your overcome against however you want to overcome the vines coming down to grapple you.
All right. I, at this point, am going to be snapping out of it, and my sorrow and despondent nature is going to be replaced with rage, mostly. At what point do I get to start casting spells? Because I'm feeling nasty.
Just wait for it.
At this point, I'm going to use.
No. This is not your turn. This is just the dealing with the grapple.
I know,
Okay.
dealing with the grappling vines. The vines are coming down at me, and I've come full circle around to Smashy Prath, and I don't have my flail, so instead I get my shield out, and I'm just going to flail it at them, or hammer it at them, I guess, if you prefer.
Okay. You're gonna slice through them as they come down with your shield?
Yeah, I'm just gonna bat them away and
Sweet.
do my best with my shield just to crush the fuck out of them. You come at me, bro.
Okay. So you're gonna smite them.
Absolutely.
Nice.
Wow.
Wow. Look at
That
that. That is a
translation.
+3.
I'm
Okay.
spending a fate point to make
Nice.
that a 10 versus 5.
Wow.
Can I just have the vines just retract like a man who just got out of a very cold pool up into the ceiling?
Picture a bunch of God damn it.
Now this is even better because that's you added a fate point to make it a 9, so there is 4 shifts of
10.
damage, right?
Oh yeah, a 9. Right, sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah, so there's 4 shifts of damage. So I also get a bonus.
Okay. You're going to overcome this hazard, and you're going to take out one of the vines. Which vine creature would you like to take out, Lenny or Squeaky?
Squeaky, because you keep mispronouncing it.
Squeaky. I know. What is his name anyway? Squiggy?
Squiggy. It's
Squiggy.
from some old ass TV show that
Laverne and Shirley.
And
Squeaky. Squiggy.
all right, Squiggy's dead.
Laverne is alive. Okay, perfect. So you actually smite your way and.
Since Hag Splatter is gone, can I rename it?
No, because there's still a hag there.
Oh, that's true. Well, then I'm going to need a new bonus.
I didn't use the Hag Splatter.
You didn't. That's why it's still there.
All right, they give me. I'm going to need a new bonus. Then I'm going to have to name it like. Divine Rage or something.
Yep. Well, it's concerning. Yeah, whatever you're going there, you go ahead and figure it out. Okay, and Paul is gone. Right? Yeah, he's through the portal. Now it is the beast's turn. Oh no, Roland, your turn dealing with the vines. How you deal with them?
Well, I can't see how this possibly would go wrong.
I'm gonna give you a little bit of flavor first. The vines are also going towards the demon, and as the demon gets the vines in there, let's get the picture back up of him. As the demon gets there, you notice that his flames start going up. The vines grapple the demon, and he doesn't even care about it, and they light the vines. What do you do?
But the room's not exploding and killing us all.
Not yet.
From his fire.
It is methane foliage and vines is the aspect on the table.
I think I am actually going to try to delve into some necrotic energy from the orb, and just, since these are very like green living vines, just kind of try to essentially necrotically just like make them wither.
Okay, so you're going to open up yourself to the orb?
Yes.
This is only going to end good.
Okay. So you recognize that it is necrotic, and you're going to open up. Well, now how do you get to the necrotic again? Oh, you need to name your boost too, Roland. What was your boost name?
That was the talk to the halberd.
Oh, you're going to name it to that. Okay.
Yeah.
Talk. I thought that was the consequence. But that works. So then I'll change the consequence on her to be impaled. I put talk to the halberd as her consequence. Okay, impaled. Okay. All right. So, so you explain that again. How you got to the necrotic?
I have the orb, the evil orb.
Yeah, it's possibly affecting your mind, but now you're going to try to open up yourself to it.
Oh God, possibly. Clearly, he's.
It's kind of more of a.
Okay.
Since I've been with this thing for so long, it's more of an instinct than really thinking about it.
Okay, and what are you going to try to draw from the orb?
Some sort of sickness by some sort of a sickness on these vines.
Okay. Okay.
Turn him into Bulbasaur.
But this, so does that mean you're just going to get grappled by the? Yeah, because this is not your turn. This is you're dealing with the vines coming down at you. So you just want.
I'm just gonna burn them away from me.
Oh, okay. So you're just going to ignition him?
Light it from both ends.
No, I had a spell. Shield of Flame was one that I used a lot
Okay.
in Rise of the Dragons. So it just kind of fiery protection around myself.
Kind of what the same thing. Okay, so roll your will against obstacle 5. Okay, you are going to succeed at a minor cost. And that minor cost, unless you want to throw some fate points. Because obviously this one you're dealing with Squiggy. I mean, is with Lenny, because Squiggy's dead. He's dumped some methane over Prath too.
So are Lenny and Squiggy like individual vines, or are they like clusters of patches of vines somewhere?
They were individual vines that had
like one
clusters. Yeah, they're one big creature that had individual vines, but the amount of damage that Prath did to it, to Squiggy, killed it.
So even though it was 5 and I rolled a 5, I still have a consequence?
Yeah, because with fate, when you tie, you succeed at a minor cost.
Gotcha. I will succeed at a minor cost.
Okay. You were using Shield of Flames. You have ignited Lenny.
Excellent.
And there's also other things around there. So the methane from the room, which Spoonie is covered in methane and Prath is covered in methane, begins to ignite. So let's...
This is really gross.
You should call that smells like booty.
Smells like booty.
Booty blasters.
Booty blaster.
Or just
Okay.
stank.
Flame and stank.
The Belrog is next, and then we'll start over again. The Belrog basically stands up and does his Lord of the Rings things where he ignites himself and, kind of stands up showing his muscles. And he's pointing in the direction of Paul, who's gone through his portal. And then the room starts to get very, very hot, and you see more of the vines starting to ignite. Next one after that will be Paul. And Paul is through his portal, and then the hammer goes through the portal too. Paul is gone. So is the unstable divine flail. I keep saying hammer.
Where did they go now?
Through a portal, and the portal closes behind him.
Son of a bitch. So he left us here with the Balrog?
Oh, dude. I think his goal was to somehow get your hammer, or fucking flail, and he was trying to, I'm going to upgrade it, and then totally just jacked your hammer, or flail.
Jacked my fucking hammer. Flail.
Yep. But remember, Paul had an aspect.
Called asshole.
No. I know Geiger's true motives.
He does?
Yep.
Geiger doesn't know Geiger's true motive.
I mean, bop,
Shut
boop,
up.
boop. Okay, so the hammer is gone. The flail is gone.
Assholes that joined our group.
I know. Every single first session, there's always one person that they show up and then they never come back again. Okay.
All right.
The next one after Paul will be Roland.
I thought Roland went and necrotified stuff.
No,
that
he was
his...
dealing with the vines, dealing with Lenny.
All right. So
You can tell the Balrog is about to ignite this whole room, and flames don't bother him because he is a flame creature.
Yeah, that's not good.
No.
He is
Somebody post me a picture of a cool standing flaming Belrog in
Found
chat.
it.
he's a demon.
Hmm.
He's not undead though, right?
Nope.
That doesn't help me anyways.
But did you want to do the orb thing?
I think so. No, that's way too high level.
Oh, nice. What's that, Brad? A little whip. He doesn't even have flames on him.
Was that like from Minecraft or something? Jesus.
Minecraft Belrog.
So.
There you go. Oh, he's got swords too. Nice. And the whip. Flaming whip. Okay, so are you going to do a spell, or are you thinking you're gonna do the orb thing?
I'm thinking that this is pretty desperate here.
Mm-hmm.
I have never seen anything like this demon before.
Mm-hmm.
I am still not 100% sure of my powers.
And you're under the influence of a death orb. Yep.
And I'm under the influence of a death orb. So I think I'm going to go full death orb.
Oh, you full death orb. Okay.
Never go full death orb.
Actually.
Oh, that one's really good. I like that one, Jacob.
I have a stunt.
Yeah, that's cool.
I have a stunt called Question the Orb. Once a session, I can ask the orb for information. I'm going to ask the orb how
Nice.
I can defeat this Balrog.
How you can what?
How I can defeat the Balrog.
Questioning the orb. Nice. The answer that comes back is set him free through you. Be a conduit for the orb.
Great, you have to have sex with the Balrog now?
That would be a Prath answer. The answer that comes is set the orb free and be a conduit for it. Do you willingly do it? You do it?
I do. Once again, I'm willing to sacrifice myself for my friends.
Nice.
That is a very Roland thing to do.
Yep.
So I will do that.
Okay. Here's what happens, and I'm going to let you add on to that too. I add on to this too. Instantly, Prath and Jacob see Roland spread out his hands, and he immediately leaves the ground. His feet levitate up off the ground, and then his head does one of those, where it spins around. What's that movie called again? Exorcist. It spins around once, and he spreads out his hands.
I start hearing small children talking.
Yes, that's right.
No, that was Grandis. Sorry.
Beep boop.
all your physical stress and consequences go away.
Hey, all right. This is going really well so far.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
So
famous
far.
last words.
Famous last words.
Do I have... My 3 and 4 are always checked, right?
What's your physique? Your physique is
2.
0. So, yeah. Is it 2?
Yeah.
Oh, then you have a 3. You have a 3 open.
4 is permanent. Cool.
Yeah. And, so you're instantly healed, and you feel an energy suddenly surge out from you, and you can tell that the energy is focusing on the dead things in the room. being Shirley, Squiggy, and possibly any other dead things that have been in this room. And Prath and Grandis can start seeing the ground quake underneath them, and you see skeleton hands come bursting up out of the floor.
Oh, Jesus.
Because obviously these witches have been, doing this for many, many years. And then what happens when the necrotic energy that bursts from you, the massive necrotic energy bursts from you, Rolling, and hits the Belrog?
It crumbles and dies.
It crumbles and dies. I don't know if I would go that far.
It's the orb of death that made a dragon disintegrate.
Well, because it had 1 hit point. It stuck the orb to its head.
I'd like to kind of push it back, and then in a deep, creepy demon voice, I yell out to Prath, "Grab the hag and let's go."
Okay.
Wait, what?
Grab the hag and let's get out of here.
The
'Cause we need.
It is super creepy gruff voice.
yeah. Okay, hold on. The necrotic energy that comes out of Roland, both Prath and Grandis can feel, and you can feel the evilness to it. Prath understands it. He's a tiefling. He knows what that feeling is, and it feels like a crushing force. And it takes and throws. Bebop hope. It goes towards the demon, and it literally shoves him back through his portal. And it's like one of those. Yeah, it's like one of those instant things. It just shoves him right back through his portal, and all of a sudden the portal just goes right back up, and it's just it's a thing there again. And the vines just stop, and they all just kind of wither there a little bit. You can see them turning from their green and methane thing to kind of turn to brown, and they become all dried up. And you can hear Lenny, the alive vine creature, begins shrieking noise to it as this energy is going out and through. At the same time, a portal opens up above Prath.
What?
And
the demon coming back out?
He sees an object come flying. He sees an object come flying down towards him through this portal. And the portal, which he's seeing, seems to be a plane as Prath looks through it that he's never seen before. It looks majestic and space-like. What is
the infinite?
Yeah,
the plane of the infinite.
What came out of there?
He doesn't
We're
know
finding
yet.
out.
We're finding out. So
my
roll.
hand
Okay,
up.
hold on. That's the situation. It was Roland's turn. What does Roland do? He's now floating in the air. Oh, and forgot to say one thing. And Prath, when Roland turns back and says, "Get the hag," in a crazy voice, you hear a language that you've never heard before come out of Roland's mouth, and it's ancient. It sounds completely ancient and demonic.
I can't comprehend languages.
Okay, Roland, who goes next?
And
the demon's gone. He is gone. Methane flames are gone. The foliage is withering. What's that?
See? All you have to do is use the orb and everything turns out well. I healed myself. I got rid of the Balrog. Absolutely zero consequences.
Yeah.
Dude, I'm telling you, Roland's going to become a necromancer. He's like, man, evil totally works out for me right now. This is great.
Roland was like the nicest boy next door character. Now,
Fate fucks up all of my character.
Yeah.
It does.
Prath is next, since I thought I said in common, grab the egg and let's go. I will tell him to hope he follows what I said in perfect common, not some weird language.
No, he doesn't hear anything, but you're in the thralls of the. Let's put out an aspect on there called sphere thralls. You've opened yourself completely up to the sphere.
I'm going to, on my turn,
Go ahead.
raise my hand over my head without looking up, as if I'm waiting for something that is missing from my hand to return.
You see the it's just like
Dick tentacle.
you know, like how the hammer to Thor returns to your hand.
Uh-huh.
All of a sudden, your flail just instantly zoop right down to your hand.
See, another great thing that came from
Your divine flail is back, and
I'm out of space.
as you look up,
God.
you kind of see Paul, as the portal is closing, look down at you and kind of wave with a smile on his face. And
I don't acknowledge him because I'm still perturbed that it had to be thrown, and I'm not exactly happy. That I'm a bit of a control freak, and I lost control there for a while.
and
But
your
outside of that, go ahead.
I was to say your flail is completely repaired, and you notice 4 extra runes on it, and it seems to be humming.
All right.
It's no longer making the noise.
It's humming.
It's humming with divine
It's humming.
power.
It's humming Sanford and Son.
And
Please, that has to be a thing.
it instantly talks in your mind, Voth. And what does it say? It is now, you are now have another character. What does your hammer say, your best friend say to you?
Your friend is possessed. We must free him.
Okay.
You have to give him a cool voice.
You now feel, yeah, give him a cool voice.
Your friend is possessed. I have to free him.
You have to free him. He's Asmagog. His name's Asmagog. You now have those runes, those extra runes on there are your Paladin spells. First through fifth. Fifth levels will be kind of hard to cast, but you have first through fifth.
When I cast a spell, does it consume a rune?
Nope.
Okay.
It's just ongoing, just like everyone else's spells.
And I just need a flail to do it.
Yep. So, but your flail says you need to purge, right?
Yeah, it's like he's possessed. You have to get it out of him.
Okay. How does your
what should I call you? What is the flail's name?
You decide. He's your flail.
I think you should play his file so you can.
I know.
Oh, you want me to play it?
Yeah.
It'd be much funnier if you
give
played
it a
it.
little voice on it.
Okay.
Because then I could have conversations not with myself. Although to the outside, I assume they won't hear the other side of the conversation.
Yep. What should we call him? What is his name?
Kyle?
Kyle.
Let's spell it like different
Yeah, with a hyphen or apostrophe.
and an I instead of an E.
You go ahead and put the name on there. You put the name on there what you want. I can't think of a cool name.
There we go.
Kyle.
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 Okay.
Okay.
Kyle. His name is Kanji.
No, he's gonna die then. Like immediately. We're gonna break breath again.
I am Kyle, divine spirit of your flail.
Tiger casts his voice.
Quit stroking me so much.
And he says, "You should totally forgive the robot."
It says we must purge the necromantic power.
Well, hold on, Paladin. We have to catch the hag first because she has the information on where the hammer is.
Purge now! Purge now!
And that's clearly what I told you in perfect common.
Everything's coming
Listen,
up.
Kyle, we will purge. We will purge. I just have previous engagements, and I'm running towards the hag as I argue with my flail.
Okay. Roland?
This guy's over here talking to a piece of metal, and I'm the crazy one.
Yeah.
We
Roland.
should name our group Section 8.
Section 8. Okay, before Prath chooses who goes next, actually, Prath, you can take another action, but Roland, you feel a threatening power coming from the direction of Prath.
Who does?
Roland.
Okay.
Threatening power, and the orb is wanting to attack it.
I tell the orb no.
No. You do. Bad orb. Bad orb.
So I'm a robot glitching, and I'm watching two guys talk to their inanimate objects in their hands.
No.
No wonder Paul left.
Finger wagging.
Roland's talking to nobody.
Going fucking humans.
Okay, Prath, what's your last action?
Well, okay. Are there pending threats outside of my perceived threat of the orb guy thing going on over here?
Yes, there are skeletons and undead vines and skeletons coming up out of the ground as you're moving towards Laverne, who is impaled against the wall. Not going anywhere. But she can still cast.
So, when I received this flail, I assumed that some sort of link was established between us so that I can sense this spell sort of innately without needing to ask him.
Say it once more.
When I took the flail,
Uh-huh.
I'm assuming that there's some sort of connection between us so that I know of my spells innately without having to have a conversation with Flail?
Correct.
Okay.
Correct. You can just pull them right up out of there.
In that case, considering we're surrounded by skeletons, I would assume some of them are moving towards the hag, and Geiger's sort of glitching out, and now I have to deal with this whole possession thing. I'm feeling a bit overwhelmed because I have some cool. I know I have them. Let me see. Never get surrounded again as one of my aspects.
Mm-hmm.
My first response is to cast Destructive Wave, where
Nice.
you strike the ground, creating a burst of divine energy that ripples outwards from you. Each creature you choose within 30 feet, so I don't have to hit you guys, must succeed a Constitution saving throw, take 5d6 thunder damage, as well as 5d6 radiant or necrotic damage, your choice. Obviously, I'm going to use radiant against skeletons.
Oh, okay. I don't see Destructive Wave. Is that another one?
And they are knocked prone. Here, I will link it to you.
Okay.
I use that spell all the time in my Monday game because I play a lightning tempest cleric.
Oh,
There's
nice.
Thor. Got it.
Thor.
No, I actually have a hammer that I throw and it comes back to me.
There you
That's
go.
awesome.
Cool. Okay. Wiki.
And they're knocked prone if they're hit by it.
Okay. We're not even going to make a roll. This is just going to happen. But actually, we are going to make a roll. And that roll is going to be to channel Roland, his will, versus Prath's smiting. We have a contest going on here. So, Prath, you go ahead and roll first.
Good old Prath roll.
Mm-hmm.
Bam! That's a Prath roll.
And the orb channeling through Roland, through your will.
Can I shatter
All right.
that motherfucker?
Oh, you rolled a 0. I'm going to throw out a fate point. And Roland, re-roll that, going off the aspect of spear thralls.
All right.
6. Wow. And I will throw out another fate point. Oh, I can't use spear thralls again, can I?
Nope.
But I will use the game aspect, Sphere of Grave Mists, to make that 8 to 7. Prath?
So, let me understand. We're having a fight to see if I can cast?
To get off the spell like you're wanting to do with all the necrotic energy around. So it's basically a contest between divine and necrotic.
All right. I'll use the aspect. I'd rather be the bull than the Chidon cabinet.
Okay.
I love
Break
that one.
shit. I break the fuck out of it.
Don't break the robot.
Okay, you are going to succeed. Oh, you had boosts on there too, Voth, if you wanted to keep your fate point. You had channeling rage like a mother.
That's true. Can I have my fate point back?
You got it. And you had hag splatterer.
I'm definitely channeling rage like a mother.
Okay.
Right now.
Go ahead and delete
So
that
I
one.
will consume that one.
That one's gone.
And I'm going to pull Hag Splatter into it to get another bonus.
Okay.
And could I put it back on channeling rage like a mother that you just deleted?
Oh, well, I deleted because they go away once the boost is used. Right?
Yeah, but I'm creating another boost.
Oh, you're okay. You can use it again. Okay, cool.
Right, I consuming Hag Splatter and channeling like a mother, so I succeed with style,
Gotcha.
and then put the bonus back on channeling rage like a mother to roll it forward. But I want to really succeed against this necrotic stuff. Necrotic.
Okay.
And I want to try to not only cast past it, I want to sort of do a quasi like Paladin bomb that what's his name did in the other game. What was your Paladin?
Yeah.
Oh,
What was his name?
Jesus.
I know I forgot his name. Perrin.
I cannot think.
Aaron, there you go.
Yes,
Perrin.
yes. I want to do some pseudo Perrin cleansing of this area.
Okay, which you are at. You've
11.
succeeded with style. You're at 11 to comparative to his 8. Okay.
Oh yeah, you bumped it up.
Go ahead and throw out a fate point, and I will let you have that.
The cleanse?
Yeah, and you describe the cleanse. What happens? And I will add to it.
It looks. Well, I have to smash my flail into the ground because it says there's a smashing aspect.
Yep.
So I put my hammer up. I mean, my flail. Fuck you. I hold it up in the air like pseudo Thundercat style.
Right.
As this light radiates from it and sort of causes like the necrotic energy to abate and be thrust from the room. and when I feel like I have a large enough void within which to react, I bring the hammer down, and you just see the flail impact, and waves of destructive energy fly out, and all the skeletons just get vaporized and divine energy as they fall to the ground.
And what happens to Laverne and Lenny?
Those guys are attacked. The hag, however, I specifically avoid dealing damage to her because I want to keep her alive.
Okay.
You can do non-lethal, right?
That was definitely divine lethal.
Well,
Roll.
just to the hang, I mean.
Yeah. Roland, you suddenly feel this huge divine presence attack into your body of how many shifts? 3 shifts into your body, which you have no way, because you're just a conduit. That's funny. And so you're going to take damage to that 3 shifts.
Good thing using the orb healed me.
And yeah, and then the power from the orb leaves you.
See, this worked out perfectly.
And and so you took how many? 3 shifts, right? Because Prath, you made it 11 to his 8, right?
Yeah.
So 3 shifts.
So I can just check my 3 on the physical.
Let's go 3 mental there.
Okay. See, I'm healthier than before. We got rid of the Balrog. He got his hammer back. I'm gonna start using the sword more often.
And you fall down to the ground prone.
So after all of this stuff goes through, I'm going to ask my hammer, say, Kyle, is that done? Did I fix it?
Fix what?
You said, Kyle, it was your order to do something about the orbs.
Oh, yeah. He says, well done. Squire.
All of this is word for word MJ coming out of that hammer.
That's right.
The stutters, the
yeah. He's like, well done, Squire. Your training has just begun.
I imagine Kyle is like a very, very ancient spirit.
Right.
So it's just like, what were we talking about? Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Squire.
Yeah, well, you're okay, Squire. Well, we'll get you there. Okay, good job.
Thanks.
Thanks.
Who are you talking to?
Yeah.
You guys can't hear him? This is Kyle.
Yep.
I hold up my flail. He talks to me now.
It's just a flail.
Yeah. No, it's a mental connection. Like I don't have to like. Anyways, I'm gonna go talk to the hag now.
Going on.
Yep.
When he says that, I turn to him and I say, "Nothing out of you."
Yeah, Roland, your voice is back to regular now.
Roland, we're gonna have to talk later about opening yourself up to the 5th level of hell or whatever the hell you did there. That was not cool.
I look up. I'm still on the ground. I look at everybody and say, "Did I save the day again?"
Hardly. I definitely saved the day. All you did was throw a tantrum over having sex with a hag and nearly kill us all.
I'm writing all of this down.
He's writing it in the book.
Knowing Pratt for years, I kind of just roll my eyes at him and assume that I did indeed save the day.
Was it me? Yeah, it's definitely me.
I'm going to walk over to the hag and I'm going to kneel down next to her and I'm going to say, look, you're clearly out of your league. You need to spill the beans, otherwise my friend here is going to eat you.
Okay. Before we get to that conversation, Shirley is dead. Squeaky is dead. Lenny retreats and is gone. And all the methane foliage and vines are withered. And she is still pinned up against the wall. What have you done? What have you done?
I kind of slap her. I kind of slapped her. I was like, yeah, it's not what have we done. It's what we're going to do if you don't start sharing the information you know. Look, this is just all. It's a lot worse.
Mm-hmm. Okay, you there, Voth? You cut out.
Yeah, it sounds like you're cutting out.
Yeah, I'm here. Am I back?
Yeah,
Wait, you're back. Okay.
What did you do? Oh.
Okay, say what you said again, because you kind of cut out.
I walk up to her and I say, it's not about what we've done. It's about what we're going to do. And in case you haven't noticed, we're kind of badass. So perhaps you should start talking.
What do you want to know? Then leave!
Whoa, you have got some serious death breath, bitch.
Oh my god, that was in character.
I step back from her and I'm like, okay, what we were asking you about before, which I can't remember. And I turned back to Roland. Roland, what did we need again?
Info on the hammer so we could get the
Oh yeah, Vera.
anvil so we could destroy the orb.
Wow, surprised you're on board with destroying the orb.
You will not like the information I give you. What promise do I have that you won't dispatch of me afterwards? You can hear the fear in her voice.
You right now, so you might as well take your chances.
At the very least, I promise to dispatch you painlessly.
Then I shall not share with you.
And
And you can find your information elsewhere.
I turned back to Geiger. Geiger, could you do that fucking shit that you did to me, asshole?
Wait, you're still under the effects of... No, you're not. Divine power.
You canceled.
I canceled.
Yeah.
I ended it.
Oh, did you end it? Okay. Well, and also your Paladin bomb would have ended that too.
Oh, okay.
It's always the
passed
paladins
suggestion
that
on her.
let the bombs go.
That's right. Your P bomb. Okay. What do you do? Oh, you're telling him you want to have him suggest her again.
I'm going to suggest that she complies to anything that Prath says that wouldn't bring any harm to Geiger.
I like the caveat.
Oh yeah, caveats all over the place with this guy.
Okay. So you're going to just verbally suggest, or are you going to cast on her suggest?
At first, I suggest, and if she, just verbally, and if she denies, then I cast the spell.
Yeah, she's more going to be trying to negotiate, because remember, she was the negotiator. And for her life, for the information.
And I say it in the nicest robot voice I can.
Beep boop.
Beep boop.
Would I use rapport with that?
And then in between your nice thing while you're glitching, you're also saying, I'm gonna cut your head off. Cut your head off.
Murder.
America.
Gosh, we're nice. It's fine.
Perfect. What does Prath do? What does Roland do?
I'm picturing Jacob right now as like R2-D2, where he's just a series of beats and boots, and we understand him perfectly, and everybody is looking around being like, what the fuck? Like when Chewbacca talks and Han knows exactly what he's saying. But
That's right.
Like, what is going on?
I am.
Yeah. No kidding.
I walk towards the hag and kind of with my telekinesis bring the dagger that I gave to Spoonie flying back to my hand. And
Oh, that's right. I forgot about Spoonie, too. So Spoonie's up, too, and... Yeah, come on. Give us information.
Clarence?
I have the dagger fly towards me. It looks like it's going to hit her, but I, like the halberd did, but I catch it in my hand right in front of her and put it up to her throat.
Okay, so you're going to try to intimidate her just to give the
Yes.
information and die?
Well, no, intimidator.
Now
That
talk to the
we're going to get the info from you. We're either going to torture it out of you, or you can just give it to us.
I put my hand on her shoulder and I give her my best smolder. And I say, look, I promise we'll let you go.
To hell.
Well, my
And
bluff failed.
she smiles her withered teeth, rotty teeth over to Prath and says, I believe you, but what about those two?
Oh yeah, they follow me. I'm the boss, man.
I have a
Both
little
scratch
robot
each
eyebrow
other.
that works, but it's like glitched, so it's just going up and down.
Really fast.
And she'll turn to Prath and she'll kind of whisper so only Prath can hear, and she goes, if you let me live, I will give you one important gift. At any time you
hitting on
choose.
me?
No. Basically, she's saying if you let her live, she will grant you one favor.
And jump under the table.
Put some context on this favor, like how powerful is it?
Well, you know that she's a very, very powerful
I'm
hag.
talking in character.
You're talking in character. I can grant you one wish. And she holds up her hand, and you can see a dark, like stone that's just like lit in her palm.
If Geiger can see this, he's super interested in that.
Super interested.
Because it actually goes with a lot of my stuff on my character sheet.
There you go.
Well,
But I can't give it. You can't take it. I can only give it. And for my life, I will give it to you.
why do you always talk in weirdly sexual terms?
Phrasing.
Just hold on.
Do you
Let me
want the
think
hand
for a
job or
second.
not?
Let me think for a second.
Can we hear this?
No, we're whispering.
Kyle
And there's
Kyle goes,
bubbling and
I'm coughing
Says-
in the face.
sorry, death breath.
he's like,
I
he goes, Squire, you're not considering taking that deal, are you?
shit. Kyle. What you don't understand is that sometimes you have to use what could be considered bad to spread good. For instance, when Peter went and spoke on Mount Jupiter, you know what I'm saying?
That makes no sense at all.
None of
You
it.
are totally not following in the teachings of the paladins of good. You will do the lawful thing here, and that is to dispatch of her right now.
Can you grant me a wish?
No.
Just one? Because I wish you'd shut up.
Do you
Guys,
want me
don't
to
tell
stay or do you want me to leave, Pratt?
Guys, don't kill her. I have to go talk to my flail.
Kill her. Understood.
Don't
Beep, bop, boop.
kill her. Don't eat her. I need a second to talk to Kai Hill.
I will
Kinda
keep
go.
my dagger pressed very firmly against her throat.
I use the cantrip dancing lights to put a bunch of little globules of light in her face like an interrogation lamp.
Mhm.
And I get close to her and say, tell us what you know!
Go ahead.
Okay, Prath is walking away. Roland will hear a voice in his mind, and you know it's the voice of the hag, and she says, I will offer the same to you.
Look, I'll do both of you.
And she holds out her hand, and you see the dark emanating stone in her palm, and she says, this will help in controlling
I whisper back to her.
In your
I
mind?
don't know what you're talking about. Whispering to him. I didn't hear any of that.
Well, she offers you the same deal, that she will give you the gift of one wish. If you spare her life, and you have to spare her life. If you take her life, it's gone. But it will be able to help you control the power of the orb more, better.
Can I talk back in my mind?
Yes.
I say, I'm going to get that info from you one way or another. I don't need the wish. You're either going to die extremely painfully, or you're going to die non-painfully. The choice is yours.
Wow, Roland's gotten dark.
Well, I'm in a little bit of a pickle because the thing I hate the most in the world is undead.
And you're channeling it.
To save my friends.
To save your friends.
Sacrificing myself.
Hence why you're in
I don't want to channel the orb. Like that's like the last case scenario.
Okay, let's make an overcome obstacle to will, because of your conflict that is rising up in your mind.
Oh,
okay.
Nice.
So how do you succeed with that conflict of the necrotic and the undead? You know you've channeled the orb, and it caused bad things that caused damage to you as the divine came over, and it mentally struck you, but you really hate the necrotic power of the undead, but you also enjoyed it a little bit too.
I justify it that using the orb this one time gave us the ability to get rid of the Balrog and continue our mission, which is to destroy the orb. So it still ends justify the means.
And then the haggle spat out and just, then fine, kill me now. You'll get nothing from me. Back to Prath.
Oh, no, it's not that easy.
All right, I'm talking to my flail off into the corner of the room, kind of quietly and creepily.
Mm-hmm.
Listen, buddy, look, I appreciate all the stuff you're giving me, but I mean, come on, Kai-Hill. If I don't take this wish, what if Roland takes it and uses it for bad things because he's having a crisis of personality? You know, I'm protecting him. You see what I'm saying?
Squire,
come on, Kai-Hill.
First of all, from now on, you will address me as Master Kai-Hill. Do you understand?
I love just playing into what Prath is not going to stand for.
Alright, now listen here, Kai-Hill, you son of a bitch.
Master Kai-Hill, your training has only just begun. There's more at stake here than you will ever know.
Am I going to die soon? Why won't I ever know it? Wow.
Oh my God.
I feel like I'm going to fail now. Like, if I'm never going to know, what's the point of this?
Are you going to keep wallowing in your own misery, Squire?
Hold on a second. I'm looking at the flail. Do I see any knobs or buttons?
Nope, but there's runes.
I start fidgeting with the runes. Is there a way to turn you down?
You turn the voice control from a man to a sexy lady.
Just,
Let's hear your sexy lady voice, Andrew.
I don't think so.
Now
Yeah, you can release the connection. You'll know by just letting go of the hammer or sheathing the flail. Sorry.
Okay. Look, Kai-Hill, I want us to stay on good terms and stuff, but...
Master Kai-Hill.
Look, do you want me to brandish you or leave you in this fucking cave? I mean, sorry,
Do you want me to train you or leave you to your own devices?
I don't know. I kind of enjoy my devices.
I turn and look at him for a moment, and then back to the hack.
I can just picture Pratt going, I have the best devices. What are you talking about?
He has like a smug look and puts his hand on his hip.
He said, Kyle will say, Master Paul told me that you were formidable and that you would be the conduit for what needs to happen here. You would be the chosen one.
Yeah, I'll totally do all that stuff. But, I mean, there's caveats, buddy. Listen. How do I get the information out of the lady? She's like terrified of dying and she won't talk. And look, even his scary ass is at work and he's over there threatening her. And I mean, look at him. He looks okay. He's not really that scary looking, but he's. What do you want me to do, Kai-Ho?
In the tomes of the Paladins of Good, it always says to dispatch the face of evil at all costs.
Even at the cost of succeeding? She has information we need.
Do you not
While everyone's
believe
talking,
that good
I
will
accept
always
it.
find another way?
Fine. I walk up while they're all interrogating her and I just drop the flail and split her face open.
Nice.
It's amazing. I'm imagining like all of his whispering was in his head, and we're just seeing him like blankly stare at a flail for a minute, and then walk over and smash her face.
Damn it. I was gonna say I accept her bargain while they're all arguing and shit.
Well, we can do that. We can do that while he's over there arguing.
If she
Incident.
blinks out as he swings, that'd be cool.
Okay.
The motivating undertone of that whole thing is because I'm a vainglorious, egotistical bastard. I didn't want anyone else taking that super cool wish thing.
Okay. All right. So this is all going to happen at the same time. Prath is getting his conversation, and then he turns and grabs the flail, and he's going over to smash the head of Laverne, as instructed by his master. Grandis is now talking with Laverne at the same time, working on the deal for her, right? And Roland is holding the knife to her throat. Each three kind of want a separate thing there. Laverne offers the same deal to Grandis, and Grandis, you accept?
Yes. Well, I mean, it's a like a level 9 wish spell.
It's a no. It will be some sort of wish spell. Yes.
Yeah. Is it powerful? Do
Uh,
I sense a lot of power in this?
yes.
I'll take it.
Okay. So Grandis is going to take it. Roland, what are you doing when Grandis is having this conversation and then Prath is instantly moving over and you can tell he's got that look in his eye. He's just going to go smash her in the face.
I'm going to say I don't notice that because I am intent on trying to intimidate her
Okay.
and keep my knife to her throat.
Okay. Instantly, as Prath comes over and swings his flail at her head, she seems to wither and suck into the black stone.
Gosh, it's so sexual.
And she drops it drops to the ground as Prath's flail smashes against the wall, and the halberd that was holding her against the wall just kind of falls to the ground.
There's your sticks, Spoonie.
And Grandis, what was your last words? What was your last words in acceptance of the flail, of the wish?
Wait, me?
Yeah, when you were telling her that you accept her offer, what did you say?
I'll let you go if you give me that wish.
Okay.
First, I asked her is it powerful, and can it grant me stuff?
Is the wish embodied in that little rock? Like,
Yep.
Can you still get it?
But she said if you can't take it, she can only give it.
Right.
Well, bitch gave it when she died.
Okay.
So now we have an evil orb and an evil stone.
And a holier than thou hammer.
Yeah.
What do you guys do? Laverne
First thing I do
Laverne is now
Google
gone.
Odd couple memes. Or Three's Company memes.
All
I
right.
stand up and I walk away a bit, holding the stone in my palm, like poking it with my other finger, like it's my precious. You know?
So do you pick up the stone?
Yeah, I'm holding it in my robot.
Okay, Prath. You're
I think
you're
you
the
kind
closest
of
to
know
her when
what
you tried to
just
smash her.
happened. Yeah.
Grandis comes over and bends down and goes to pick up the stone. Glitching
Oh, I
Grandis.
thought she gave it to me.
I'm not paying any attention to that. I'm distracted by the fact that I just killed the means of information, and my flail is like telling you, "Oh, the holy will lead you." So I lean over to her pile of goop and I stick the handle in there, and I'm talking to the flail. It's like, "Can you hear where we're supposed to go next?" And I'm like kind of moving around like it's a Geiger counter or some shit, looking for information.
It says, Squire, fear not. The good will provide.
Who's not? I don't fear anybody.
That's a goblin.
Trust, have faith that the good will provide.
Well, okay, yeah, anytime now.
Basically.
Trust.
Okay, Grandis, you bend down, you pick it up. The stone instantly turns into a black ring.
Ooh, I have many rings. Add it to one of my 12 rings.
Okay? And in your head, you hear the voice of Laverne.
I've got one too.
The deal
Wow.
is made. In your
She's
robotic mind.
Are
Deal is
you
beat
watching
dead.
me?
You will find the hammer of Vera in the Gardmore Abbey dungeons being held by the Gardmore Lich. And then it goes silent.
I tap the ring. Hello?
Silence.
I shake it a bit.
Crickets.
Oh, there's crickets now?
And
That would get annoying.
and then
It's all the fucking
and then
time.
Grandis hears in his mind.
Oh, God, I hate this right now. Just hear crickets and screaming.
Was that a clever
I
girl?
turn and
No. Clever girl. It did
I
sort of sound
say
like it, didn't
to
it?
the group, in mimicking the hag's voice almost perfectly as if she's talking, and I say that the hammer of Vera is at Downton Abbey.
Gardmore Abbey.
Gardmore Abbey.
Yep. If you look on the map, showed all players. Gardmore Abbey is kind of close to Winterhaven. You know Gardmore Abbey as
I see it.
a home that used to be sent for paladins way back in the day, in ancient times, a strong race of paladins that have, through time fallen away, but they had vast dungeons underneath the ruins under there. And so she's saying that there is beneath the layers down there, there's a lich who's holding the pieces of the hammer of Vera. And she said pieces of the hammer of Vera, implying more than one piece.
I say all of that to the group in your exact voice, but as if I'm picking it up on a radio station. It's kind of it's like a little in and out, but it's your exact voice saying all those exact words to the group.
Okay. Cool.
Okay. So there's the Lich now.
And I'm going to
Were
put
y'all
an
looking for
aspect.
that hammer?
Do what?
Geiger's asking, Were y'all looking for a hammer? Beep, boop.
Beep, bop, boop, boop, boop.
No, it's a flail.
Look, all I know.
I use my mage hand
no.
to smack Prath up beside the head.
What was that for?
Not your stupid flail that you're gazing at so weirdly. The
It's
hammer to destroy
talking.
the orb, and I kind of shake the orb at him, being like, "You gotta get
Oh,
rid of this thing."
You don't
That's
have an
right.
orb. You don't have the orb.
Oh, it's in our bag of holding.
No, the orb's not with you.
we left it with spiky-haired Metro guy.
Yeah, you left it with
Ooh.
Bearwind's magical shop in Winterhaven.
Oh yeah.
That's where
So
like
I'm just-
ayahuasca is and all that.
I'm
or
just able to
whatever.
channel it because I have that mental connection to it.
Yeah, it's you know it has you have a mental connection to it, and you know it has a long range of influence, and it used you as a conduit, which is kind of like a cell phone tower.
So since it messed with my head, I think I have the orb in my hand, shaking it in his face.
Right. Yeah, oh, that's great. You
You
now
just go
you can
around
now
the claw
you can
hand.
now produce the orb in your hand like you're holding it, and you see it actually in your hand,
Oh man.
but it's
Produce
really
a-
not there. No one else sees it, but
No one
you
else
see
sees
it.
Putting that on my
Yeah, that's beautiful fluff right there.
I wish I could draw, because I just want to have a wizard like angrily looking at his hand with nothing there, and then I want a tiefling paladin holding his flail to his ear like a cell phone, walking around. Can you hear me now?
Okay, you hear me now?
That's hilarious.
So when he points out that we're supposed to be smashing the orb, I kind of look at his hand, and in my mind, I just assume he's mimicking what an orb looks like. I don't think that he thinks that he sees an orb. And I'm like, oh, right. Sorry, I got distracted there for a minute.
Yeah, if you look under the game aspects, it says Legendary Dwarven Hammer in the Sphere of Great Mist. Stolen Magical Dwarven Forge. Sorry, go ahead.
In character, I snap back like, oh, right. So, where's the hammer? It's in Guardmore Abbey?
Yes, Guardmore Abbey.
Kai Hill, what do you know about Guardmore Abbey? Kai Hill, hello?
Yes, Guardmore Abbey is the home of the Paladins of Good.
But
The
Yeah, that
ancient
sounds
home of
great.
the Paladins of Good. I was...
good news, guys. I start talking about it. Good news, guys. The Paladins of Good have the hammer. They're probably going to give it to us because we are all so good. Well, I'm good.
I'm good.
Abby, you're
I'm
trying.
good. I'm gooder than you are.
Gooder.
You're not. You're not.
You wanna
Dude, I
fight
just...
Remember, I come from a very poor family. I do not have good education.
Oh,
Don't you know that I just had to purge a demon out of you? Dude, you were talking in tongues and your eyes were glowing. I swear I saw a pentagram on your forehead.
I think you and that flail are spending too much time staring into each other's eyes. You're going crazy.
I'm going crazy.
look, I think we're all crazy.
I'll show you crazy.
Okay.
Hold my beer.
Oh my! Roland's got a spear. Grandis has
That
got
is-
a ring, and Prath has got a flail.
That is the new title for this game. It is no longer Rise of the Dragons.
That's
Oh
right.
my dear.
Oh my beer!
The crazy guy.
All right. I put my hands on my hips and I'm like, we shall go to the Paladins of... which way would that be? Would we go back out?
Yeah, you guys know where Grandmore Abbey is.
Alright, I produced like a magical but techie looking hologram projection of a map, and I point to it.
Mm-hmm.
And say, this is where we need to go.
Yep. So if
Okay.
we go down
All the
to
good
the map,
Paladins are there. My friends. I'm going to have to show them my
Yes.
flail. This is going to be cool.
As opposed to
so here's the map, and you guys are at the red spot. You need to get over here now.
Can I
Never
open,
split the party.
Never split the party.
Can we
And we're all the way
possibly
up there.
alter a spell?
Sure. You can do anything you want.
I want to cast level 4 dimensional door. See, it says it's up to 300 feet away, but
Yeah,
can I just, like,
these are miles.
yeah, can I
I would
like
assume that
spend
would-
a fate point or two to just make it like fucking far?
O02. So you want to cast a dimensional door. What level is that?
It's a 4th level spell.
Basically, he just wants to fast travel.
Right.
Yeah. Well, not super. I mean, as far as you'll take us. If you have stuff planned along the way, I'm cool with it. Not.
Okay. No. Dude, this is all off the hip. You can totally do that, but we're talking, what is this? Over possibly 100 miles? Maybe not quite 100 miles that you got to
And
go.
I'm glitching. Who knows
And you're
where we'll
glitching.
end up.
And you could go anywhere.
Fuck that. Let's just
And,
walk.
and the game's over.
And you guys,
Okay.
you put yourself into the mountains. You dimensional door into a mountain. But I guess
Yeah,
dimensional door just kind of opens a door to somewhere else, right?
How about this? I dimension door out of the mine we're in, so that we're back kind of at least on the road to.
Yeah, I'll do that.
Yeah, that's not too crazy far.
Okay.
Okay, that's probably like 300 feet through a rock wall, right?
Yeah, I mean you can. Yeah, you can dimension door yourself up and out of the cave, but you are glitching. So let's see if the spell actually works well enough to actually allow you to do that.
Okay.
And Spoonie's dead.
And Spoonie's dead. Yep. Spoonie's up cleaning himself off, and yeah.
Well, let Spoonie test it for us.
Let's Spoonie. You go through the door. Okay, so you're going to need to make an overcome obstacle 2 for that to work.
That should be fine. Do I take any negatives because I'm glitching?
Yeah, that's the 2.
Oh, yeah.
And you're going to succeed at a minor cost.
The hole's kind of small. Like, we can fit, but it's kind of small.
Since you're glitching, it more turns out to be like a dimensional door that's about 3 foot by 3 foot that you got to crawl through.
What the hell is this, Geiger?
My eyes are glowing. I'm holding my hand out, and magical energy is pouring from my fingertips into the wall, and I'm like waving it like I'm
It's
drawing.
a midget door at your feet.
No, it gets really big, but then it starts I start glitching. It's changing shapes, and then I find it settles on the small one. I'm like, I don't know. That's what I got. You want to walk out, or you want to crawl through? You fucking do you, and I crawl through.
You can see on the other side.
I shrug my shoulders at Prath and follow him.
Where's Prath going? Prath walking out, or?
I grumble the whole way, fucking crawling like a little bitch. What the hell?
Since I went first,
Doesn't
I'm kind of too big, so I'm like scraping along the edges, going slow. So he's like stuck behind me, like in traffic.
Move your giant metal ass. Come on.
It's like Operation. Every time you touch the side, you get shot.
Everyone gets a little shocked.
Every time. That's awesome. Let's see what kind of damage you guys take.
And when we're on the other side, and the 3 of us are out, I close the door.
Okay. The creature must be within 5 feet of you when you cast the spell. Okay. Yep. Nope. It's all good.
Did Spoonie come with us, or did I close it?
Yeah, I know you
You
did.
closed it
You
while he was
closed it
fucking
on,
with the
and he gets severed in half. No.
I just wanted to maybe leave him inside, or maybe in interdimensional space, like Prath was saying. But
He
that kind
slowly bleeds out, going.
No.
Every time he
Spoonie.
makes that noise, there's a squirt of blood.
Spoonie makes it out too, and he's like, "Wait, was there any treasure in there? We forgot to look for treasure."
Oh,
We are leading an austere paladin's life now. We don't have time for that stuff.
money is trivial compared to power.
Beep, bop, boop.
Did he say Paul?
Yeah, we got to get rid of Patrick now. Patrick's no longer there.
Oh, he never came back, right?
Nope.
It's a good.
He
wrap
came
up
back
this
and he
week.
smiled
He's
at
out in
Prath.
space somewhere. He can come back someplace.
He found a new job because Magnus wasn't hiring.
Yep. And he sent a a paladin flail to Prath.
Let's just say he turned his flail into a hammer because we're never gonna get it right.
No.
He wants his flail. Okay, what do you guys do? You're now outside the cave. You're in the Winterbolt Forest.
I'm projecting the map if anyone wants to see it.
Yeah,
Okay.
We
we're
need
just
the hammer and we need the anvil, right?
The hammer and the anvil.
Well, we have to find the hammer and then take it all to the anvil, wherever that is.
Yeah,
The anvil is with Magnus. It's
yeah,
Magnus's forge.
magical anvil.
Yeah.
Alright, so
Yeah, what do you guys? What do you? From the information that the hag provided, what do you guys think that this hammer is supposed to be like? I mean, it's ancient in make, and you have no idea. You've only heard rumors from the people
Obviously.
in Winterhaven. Yeah.
It's a good guy hammer held by good guys, and they're going to give it to me because I'm also a good guy on a good guy mission. So I'm walking with my shoulders back and my head up like, haha, we are well on our way to success.
just ignoring the word glitch in that description.
Glitch. And
Glitch.
and also, you did know that it said it's being held by a lich.
No, I did not notice that.
Yeah, that's
I
what
was-
You didn't notice that.
I was talking to the hammer, and then the hammer was like, oh, it's held by the good guy paladins. I'm like, and I just stopped listening. They're like, oh, great, let's go.
Yeah, he talked over it. He like put the flail away and muffled. I'm walking beside Prath, projecting the mini map, pretty much tracking our current location and where we're going, if I can do that.
Okay.
I'm gonna use Grandis as basically Siri. Grandis, tell
Siri.
me everything you know about liches.
And
He's our new Alexa machine that walks around.
Alexa machine.
now playing Christian rock.
So say, Grandis, tell me about liches. Did you say bitches?
Bitches ain't shit. but love and tricks. According to
All right. What do you guys? Where are you guys heading? Are you heading directly towards Grandmore Abbey, or are you going to make some detours, or what are you thinking?
I'm heading
Need
directly
any
towards
supplies?
Grandmore.
Let me pull up
I would
into your way.
think towards Grandmore Abbey.
I like the fact that MJ implies we would think.
I mean, we don't have to think for ourselves. We all have inanimate objects to talk to us.
That's true.
So,
Well, no, your ring is not talking anymore.
I think it's broken.
It may be broken.
Say it to the group.
Yeah.
Yes, I'm just gonna walk straight to the Abbey. See
Okay.
how far we get.
So you,
Yeah, I don't know anything about liches, so I might not even know how dangerous they are. I don't have, since it's all kind of, I'm not, in an order of mages, it's all wild sorcery. I don't have anybody, I can go to a citadel to find info, so I'm kind of just going for it.
okay.
Sorcery is pretty inner, self stuff, anyways. So wizards are the more the tower. But I think you're
Exactly.
What direction are you guys going to take? Just head back up around Lake Mead and just head right out of the Winterbolt Forest directly towards the Abbey, or because your path that you took, you went past, from Winterhaven past the Keep of the Shadowfell into the Winterbolt Forest that way, crossed the Windsor River.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
There's no
how big is the
towns
river?
up here that we could take a boat across, are there?
The boat across the river. Well, yeah,
The
because
lake.
I think we said that there was a place where you could find to where you could cross, but
How
that
big
would
is
be
the
up a
river?
little. It's not too wide. It's
Can we dimension door across it?
you could.
Okay, well, we'll do.
Yeah.
I mean, if y'all want to.
Last time.
It makes this time you make a little pee hole thing that you guys got to fit through. So you gotta make yourself small to fit through this time.
All right. Does anyone know the string spell?
Shrink spell.
Or I mean, I could polymorph us all into squirrels.
A hawk just flies away with one of us.
That's right.
Can I just turn into a hawk?
I don't know. Do you have a spell to do that?
Polymorph.
Do you have polymorph? You do. Fourth level.
Fourth level spell polymorph.
Up to 1
Can I do
hour.
that to myself, or
You have
is
to
it-
concentrate
It's
up
just
to 1 hour.
Get started.
And who's the robot now?
Yeah,
We're going.
and Joe's all robot voices.
Robot voicing. Yeah, you're cutting in and out, Voth.
A second.
Okay.
Oh, there we go.
There
What
you
are we
go.
doing?
Okay, so you're heading towards directly towards the Abbey. Yeah, the river's not going to be that too much of a problem with you. You know ways of getting across. This is all, kind of your guys' backyard and stuff where you hung out.
Unless anybody else has anything to do, I mean, we should probably rest and get some of this stress off. But then also we could just montage to the Abbey.
Yep. Okay, one thing I will do, you guys did receive minor milestones.
Ooh. What does that do?
What does that mean?
It means you guys received a milestone.
What can we do with it?
Milestones. Let's find out.
Millstones. We can grind up
Milestones. With a minor milestone, you can switch the rank value of any 2 skills or replace one average +1 skill with one that isn't on your sheet. You can change any single stunt to another stunt. Purchase a new stunt, provided you have a refresh to do so, which, yeah, we'll say no. Rename one character aspect that isn't your high concept.
Ooh, that's probably the
like
most
that.
probable since we have all definitely changed.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I'm obsessed with discovery and will do anything to obtain it, but at the same time, I've got some cool rings and some cool dudes doing some cool missions.
Yeah, because minor milestones they say, usually occur at the end of a session of play or when one piece of story has been resolved. So you guys dealt with the hags. You got your minor milestones.
I like how we got teased with that Balrog, though. Like, I'm gonna murder you.
That's true. But did you see the whole connection of why the Balrog was?
The hags made a pact?
Nope.
Like they killed
No,
kids?
it was Paul. It was chasing Paul in.
Yep.
Oh, right, that's right, yeah.
Because he crossed a extra planar being. And so
then
now
they
you
probably
know.
not got to deal with that.
I used my minor milestone to change my aspect of keep your friends closer and Geiger closer to begrudging follower of Kai Hill.
Nice. Nice.
Which one was that one?
That was his crossing paths one.
Oh, okay.
Let's see here.
Yeah. So, yeah, maybe Roland, yours could change something concerning the orb. Maybe the burn, the undead, when I come across them, is not really that anymore.
Well, that one.
Maybe it's
still
befriend the
where those
undead.
Undead creatures captured my dad and killed him, and we had to resurrect him.
Right.
So maybe protecting my friend's family Winterhaven at all costs becomes
for the greater good.
Okay.
And I'll kind of do whatever it takes to.
For the greater good opens you up to all kinds of wonderful bad things to happen.
Exactly. It's, a guy trying to do the right thing, even if it kind of.
It's that utilitarian
always-
thinking. Like there's the trolley moving down the track, and it's going to go off the cliff and kill 5 people, or you could pull the lever and it'll turn onto an alternate track and kill 1 person. So you're like, I'm literally murdering this person to save 5 people. But
Right.
You're like, oh, that's a good idea. But then you're like, well, what if it's 3 people in the trolley car and 2 people on the track? Oh, that's weird. Well, what if it's 3 and 3, but you know the 3 people in the trolley and you don't know the 3 people on the track? It's just it's a
Kill 'em all. It's
spiral.
the best answer. Everyone's dead. No one can care about it.
Yeah, that works, Roland. No, I like it.
Yeah,
For the greater good, perfect.
for the greater good.
Okay, toss out your minor milestone.
What should I'm naming mine something like work with the hag to gain power or something.
What was it
I got a
before?
hag up on my bag.
Before it was stick together or staying together, survive in numbers, something like that. But I don't care about sticking together and surviving in numbers. I just want power.
How about
okay.
hag monkey on my back?
Oh, God. Well, I'm hoping she'll help me with. She gave me 1 wish. She can give me more. If I just keep making pacts with her.
She literally said 1 wish
And
in
for this exchange. If
exchange
I catch that
for
bitch
her
again,
life.
she has to do it again.
right.
Oh,
So
life,
it
though.
implies that she's not dead, but she's
Right, she's totally
indebted
in
to
that
you
stone.
that she needs to give you 1 wish.
I wish for more wishes.
1 wish, not multiple wishes.
Okay. What's the then? Oh shit! I don't know. I was gonna say it could make it discover the power of the wish, but then that's like temporary.
Yeah. Voth, we
I
need
want
some
to
Voth
change it
insight
now.
there. What do you think, Voth?
About
His
the thing
ring.
that reflects the ring.
Yeah.
Is the ring useless now? Like, does it do anything?
Nothing that you know of. The pact
I guess
the pact was made, the information was provided, the deal was sealed.
you also have to take into consideration how the aspect will work to your benefit
And
and
your
to your
demise.
detriment.
Yeah.
So, for instance, begrudging follower of Cahill, he could say, "You need to do this," and I'm going to compel this aspect. So I could be like, "I don't wanna," and then Cahill's like, "You have to," and
You
then
will do it.
I could get a fate
Fate
point
point.
out of it.
Right.
Conversely, if I'm like going to kill a bad guy, a follower of Cahill could wield the flail of Cahill better, and then I could spend a fate point to get +2. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You have to think of a way in which you could create an aspect that's going to reflect what's happened, which you could be able to take advantage of to your benefit, and then tertiarily it's good if it's compellable. Does that make sense?
Yep. But it's just now figuring out one.
Yeah, I'm gonna sit on this token so I can.
Okay. And keep your crossing paths. Yeah.
Yeah.
If you come up with something, just jump on the table, stick together, strength and number. Yeah. So keep it there, and then we'll see what comes up through the next stuff. Yeah, because you have your milestone. You can even hang on to it too if you want to do something else. Shift a couple skills around or whatever too. So.
Yeah, I'll sit on it until I.
Yeah.
Know what I want to do with it.
We'll just make story sense is all it is.
Yeah, I need more story to have it make sense. Because right now, like, I kind of got the stuff I want. Like, I stuck together. We're all together.
Right.
And then I got, like, this ring wish thing. So that could possibly be a power source. I don't know.
Right. Yep. Okay, so that's your path. You're heading towards the Grandmore Abbey. Okay. You guys have never been there. So it's going to take a little bit of finding.
That's the good guy paladin place.
Huh? Yeah.
It's the good guy Paladin place.
Right,
I
but
should know.
you guys have never gone there.
Yes.
You've only heard about it through, stories and old legends. It's stories of myth, and now you don't know
We know the general area, but haven't actually been there.
exactly. Yeah, I know it's over there in the dead marshes or whatever it's called in that area.
Then should we go to the road and ask people?
You could hit the King's Road. Let's see how well you guys can be for locating it, if you're going to need to go to the King's Road, or if you're going to be able to somehow find it directly to Gardmore Abbey. So how would you guys like to go about finding that?
I look to Brath and kind of raise my hand come on, fearless leader. Lead on to the good guy place.
I walk towards the good guy place to the best of my assumptions.
Yep. So this is going to be kind of an investigation.
I have pretty good investigation.
Do you?
Yeah.
I have pretty
The
good
mini-map.
You have pretty good what?
smiting.
Smiting. I'm going to smite that investigation. Okay. A cumulative overcome investigation 6. To find Gardmore Abbey.
Do I even have investigation?
I contributed 1 point.
That's good. That's a +1.
Is it
4. Just need a 2.
arcane at all? Is it a magical place?
Sorry, baby girl.
No. It is ruins. Straight up investigation. Oh, you are going to succeed at a minor cost, unless you guys want to dump something out there pertaining to your aspects or the game aspects.
At a minor cost?
Mm-hmm. You guys
Did
tied
we
it.
meet the obstacle?
You meet the obstacle. It's success at a
We have
minor
to
cost.
overcome it, though.
Oh. Okay. What would the minor cost be?
Well, it just depends on first if you guys are going to want to fate point it or not.
I'm not gonna fate point looking around.
Well, no, this is to find it instead of having to go to the King's Road and start asking questions to.
I'll fake point
Right.
it.
Well, I was about to. I'm gonna fate point off of my flail that I'm talking to Cahill.
Oh yeah, and also talk to the halberd and all that goes away too. Your bonuses are gone out of the situation.
Right.
Yeah.
But
Unless you have something you feel like would make more sense, Matt. I
No,
think.
the flail guiding us there is probably the
Yeah.
most logical.
I think that would work because Cahill would, yeah.
Kyle. It's
Cahill. Kaya Hill. Kaya Hill. Okay. That will put you up to succeed. And you guys will find the entrance.
Excellent.
Well, you basically, let me throw up a photo. Where's my images? There should be a Gardmore Abbey. Do a Google search. Gardmore, Gardmore, Abbey, ruins.
Found plenty of pictures, including combat maps.
See, that doesn't look like ruins, though. That looks like a castle.
Alright,
Yeah, it could be a ruin.
Maybe it could be like a castle ruins or something. Because I'm seeing this. Copy image address. Post. That's what I'm seeing. I mean, that would be like totally easy to find.
For that retarded.
Yeah, that kind of looks good. Castle ruins, sort of. But see, this is the map here.
Well, we were
Can it
trying
be
to
like a
find
house or what?
the entrance into it. So it could be that
Didn't
it's
pouch
like
open.
completely grown over with vines and stuff.
Right.
So we had to go around it and try to figure out how to get in.
Okay, hold on. Let me try this one. There we go. So that's like the general map.
Yeah.
I feel like an abbey is a big ass castle.
Yeah.
Look it up. It's just a bunch of castles.
Is that what it is? Okay.
Mm-hmm.
But it's supposed to be ruins, so there's supposed to be more
I like this one.
More broken down.
more broken down walls instead of that first picture that I posted up that's all, still built up and still got things. Yeah, that's that first one.
Wait.
Whoops. I did the wrong
Same
thing.
one.
Is that it? That work? Ah, damn it.
Nope.
Yeah, oh, shit.
You left the game.
Yeah, I had the wrong button.
Oh.
Well, can y'all click that to see it? Because that's a pretty good picture.
Yeah, it pops up. Oh, yeah, that's a cool one.
It's like small, but it's like overgrown ruins kind of stuff.
Let's see. Continue. Yeah. That looks cool. Kind of like the temple entrance in the Bots game.
Yeah, and all the overgrown stuff, like y'all were saying, like
Yeah.
hard to find the entrance or whatever.
Right. So it's real greenery and stuff like that, and you see things like this. Try this one. That one come up. Yep, that one came up.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
It's kind of within the forest or whatever, within the mountainside or whatnot.
Yeah. Maybe something you wouldn't see from a couple miles away, but once you get to the closer
Yeah,
area,
you'll kind of, when you get closer to it, you're seeing little things that come out, and
Yeah.
there's all sorts of cool ruins, things like this. Ooh, look at this one.
Geiger looks to Prath and says, I thought you said this was a place that someone was going to give you stuff. Looks like no one's been here. Nope.
Cahill, why are they not like doing fanfare and welcoming me?
Prath, also take off your 2-shift consequence, Divine Sunburn.
Okay.
Is my mental damage still there?
Yes.
Yeah.
Wait, no, it's not. That's on your track. That comes off. Any stresses you've taken on your track come off. Except for Grandis, you have not addressed your glitchy AF. But take your stress track stuff off. Your physique is 0, so you have a 1
How
and a
would
2
I
open.
treat that?
I want you to address it in game.
Okay. Try. Oh, you already took off. Okay.
Yep, I clicked off your 2 stress boxes. Okay,
Thank you.
yeah, so I want you to address it in game somehow. You're a robot. You just don't naturally heal. You have to repair.
Yeah.
And this was a divine hammer that has been like frying your circuitry or something.
Can I retcon the first aid kit in my inventory as a repair kit?
Sure.
Okay.
Is that did you put that in there as a
Yeah,
first
I
aid
have a
kit?
first aid kit there with assorted gems, jewelry, and massive amounts of gold.
That
Okay.
would be, I mean, like a robot first aid kit.
Yep.
Okay, we'll just I'll leave it as first aid kit. But can I use it to repair myself?
How would you like to go about doing that?
Before we go in, I would like to sit down and suggest to the party that we all should rest after that encounter.
Beep-bop-boop. What would be a way? What's a skill that is repair? Resources? Yep.
Resources?
No, that's more stuff your general level of material wealth.
Well, I mean, a repair kit would probably be pretty pricey.
Right, but you might need help from somebody, right? Crafts. That's would be it. Crafts. You're a machine.
Do I have crafts? I don't.
Let's say
I
Grandis needs.
+3 in crafts.
Oh, there you go. He needs some help in repairing himself.
A lot
So,
of trust. It's a lot of trust.
overcome obstacle 2 to get Grandis his mild consequence repaired. How do you guys want to go about doing that?
Repair kit. Give him a +1 on that.
No.
What's the repair?
Your repair kit is more like your tools and your parts that you possibly need to do it. So if you didn't have your repair kit, you couldn't repair it, period.
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
So it's not like a bonus like a thieves tool or something.
I break him even worse.
He gets in there, starts messing with things. Am I
Our
doing this
arrow
right?
is one piece missing. I don't know where to put it back.
You don't need this. Throw it over your shoulder.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah. Let's say you guys are at Grandmore Abbey when you're addressing this. What do you do, Prath? Roland? I can't believe you rolled a -2 on that
I
one.
know, right? And of course, that's what would happen.
Yep.
I will ask him. Basically, ask him what I need to do to repair him. So I would imagine this isn't the first time he's had to.
My
Are you going to justify it? Well, are you going to use a fate point, or are you just going to fail there? Because I think if you fail, you're going to make him worse.
Exactly. I think I have to use a
man, we can also just try to fix whatever the hell you do to me later.
Right. But the whole thing is that is one shift of damage. So Grandis would just check off a physical stress box.
I just got those back.
You just want to do that, or you want to fate point it to get rid of his glitchy?
Can I do the 1 point of damage and then try to fix him again?
Sure. But now it's going to be overcome obstacle 3.
I'll do it. now I'll use the face point. I'll use the face point here.
How are you going to justify it? What?
God.
Yeah, right?
Voth is going semantics.
I'm going to use my mage hand. I was having trouble with things, but now I have mage hand as like that third hand that can like hold something off while my other hands are using the two tools I'm using.
Scalpel.
For the
Scalpel.
greater good.
I have three hands now instead of 2.
Yeah, so I guess it would come before the greater good. Unless you want to you explore the sphere of grave mists again.
No, I'm good right now. this is not my psycho. This is my normal character, not my psycho character.
That's right.
This is your less psycho character.
Less psycho. Okay, go ahead and throw a fate point out there. And that's gonna bump it up to fix it. So, Grandis, you'll be fixed. Well, actually, your mild consequence will be fixed, but I still want your physical stress box, the damage that he did to you, still to be on there.
Okay. So I'm not glitchy, but I'm damaged?
Yep.
Or dented?
Yep. You got something going on.
I over tightened something with the wrench and it's slightly bent now.
Okay, Voth, over to you. What are you doing?
Resting?
Okay, but you said you were going to question Kyle?
Yeah, that was just part of us finding the door. I was just asking him like, "Where's the door? What do you know?" And I'm assuming he told me something useful.
Yep.
'Cause
Well,
we succeeded.
And he's connecting through your senses, and he's like, "This is strange. Nothing looks the same. What has happened?"
I don't know.
I don't recognize these ruins.
Oh, that's what you mean.
Yeah.
I don't know. Still, I guess is the best answer.
Still?
I've never been here before.
He's like, I don't know where the entrance is. This doesn't look the same. It looks like it's been centuries, and this is all changed. How
Well,
long?
I was under the impression that you were an ancient spirit, so I'd argue you've probably lost track of time.
Who are you talking to?
Kai Hill.
I look around. Who?
I already told you he lives in my flail. Look, I pass him the flail. Try talking to it.
Prath,
Hi,
you feeling okay?
Yeah, I'm
Roland
fine.
asking that.
Does Kai Hill respond to him?
No, you can only hear him.
Oh, come on. Can I spend a fate point that says he can talk to Kai Hill?
Who? Who?
Why don't you try letting him hold Cahill?
Yeah, I passed Kai Hill to Grandis, so it's in his hands to be able to
Oh,
talk
mine?
to him.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That he could be able to talk to him? No, nothing.
What?
Nothing is heard. Who was
Just
the
look over to
when the flail came down through the portal? Who was the first to touch it?
A fly.
A fly.
I snatch it back from him. I'm like, I guess you're not good enough.
robot shrug.
I'm extremely good. Hello, Paladin.
I look over to Roland with a bit of concern.
I shrug my shoulders and say, I don't know.
Look,
This
it
is
found the
weird.
place, didn't it?
If you say so.
I think I did. I had a mini map, so it's right here. I point to the hologram.
Okay, you're
Roland.
splitting hairs. I was clearly leading the way.
Roland,
Okay.
you have an aspect exploring the sphere, the mist sphere.
I do.
You all of a sudden have a feeling come over you that Prath may have lost his mind in the hag cave, and that his flail is nothing more than just his repaired flail.
I think
That just gave
we
you a
should
fate point.
dwell on this until next week or until next game. 'cause
Oh, it's true.
11.
It's true. It's 11 now.
I'd
Before
love
we
to stick
enter,
around and play longer. But it's about to pour here,
oh, is
and
it?
I've got some. Oh yeah, it's like black clouds, and I got some stuff I got to take care of before it gets washed away.
That's true.
Okay.
Okay, cool. Perfect. No, it was good.
Sounds
Good
good.
2-something hours.
It was
session.
a good. It was a good. 2 hours. We. Oh,
3?
I guess
Yeah.
we started.
Right on the dot.
I
Yeah,
mean,
we-
actual playtime, I'd say like 2 hours, but we joke.
Yeah, we were messing around for stuff, so
Oh, I had a blast today.
that was fun.
Yeah, it was a good.
Yeah,
One.
I missed it, man. It's fun.
We'll shoot for June 1st for the next one,
Okay.
Sure.
and we'll talk in the forums of whatever else needs to update by then. But hopefully, shoot for June 1st to make it happen. Yeah, you cut.
Matt, do
Yeah.
you want to play in Jacob the GM? We'll shoot for next week on that one then.
Yeah.
For next Friday.
Yeah.
I should be good to go, but remind me later in the week.
Sounds good.
It's gonna be very just talking, and there's gonna be rolls, but it's just like flipping a coin. It's not really gonna be like super roll.
Yeah. No, definitely that should be good. Hopefully we'll be able to make that. That sounds like a lot of fun.
The
Sweet.
Old West.
The Old West.
Yeah.
If you can get in on it, MJ, or if you're having a Friday off, we'll just do your game.
Right.
Let us know.
Yeah, I really, with the way that they've told me now, I don't think any Fridays are going to come off my way at all for the rest of the month, except for that first one now.
Okay.
Because
Well,
he's
that's so cool.
he's kind of sticking his neck out for us, saying, "All right, I'm going to give you your choice if you want to work on Friday or not work on Friday, the first Friday of the month, but every other Friday and definitely the last Friday of the month is mandatory." He says, "But we'll see on
Oh,
the
yeah.
other ones." Yeah.
Last Fridays always are.
Yep. It's like the end of the month push. Always like, oh, how much sales can we squeeze out?
Sales is the name of the game.
Yep, exactly.
Anyways,
All
I'll
right, guys.
see you guys on the forums.
Sounds good.
Stuff, guys.
Later.
Bye.
Bye.